Anybody that's listening to this, watching this, or is going to watch this in the future, please understand we are not trained medical technicians, nor do we give a fuck about health. Hence the name Two Drunks in a Bottle.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Two Drunks in a Bottle. I'm BB.
I'm Max.
So, we've had you on before, and I tried to hire you, try to get rid of Hunter. So, I want to make it official today. So, this is yours.
Oh, you, sir. Thank you so much. So now I get a little credibility?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, by the way, Hunter, thank God, because I hated talking to him. He's useless in
So glad.
conversation. Oh. What shirt?
That shirt? Is that one of my shirts?
No, there's no shirt.
That is your shirt. This is your replacement.
Okay, yeah.
What's going on? My replacement.
I think that he'll be better whenever we're doing the SEFC fights and stuff. I think he'll help me commentate it better.
Oh, bullshit.
What do you mean, bullshit?
Man, I'm still drunk too.
You know what?
You don't have a say in this.
We're going into it with ourselves. That's it.
You don't have a say-so in this.
I do, because I'm here.
No.
Yeah.
How did you even get here?
I showed
Dude,
up.
like,
You
besides
didn't know.
me, who gave you gas money?
I didn't tell anyone that tonight was a recording night.
Doesn't matter.
I
set up.
No, he set it all up.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I
No.
watched him do it.
He walked in after I got done. I told him I'd be right back. And the next thing I know, you passed him my shirt.
I'm gonna take all the credit. Yeah, dude, all this right here, I did it.
No,
what are
he
you
did
even
not.
saying, dude? Hunter, you're seriously like being like a glutton for punishment.
So what program do you use when you live stream?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Duh. The internet.
The internet. Yeah.
Shoot.
It came from the internet.
Yeah.
He knew that.
Well, I use OBS when we do our live stream. So yeah.
But he uses Streamlabs.
What type of microphones are these?
Really nice ones.
They're really nice one. Yeah.
About $200. Hey, let me ask you something. How much is your house?
Doesn't matter. I got nice.
Okay, yeah, but both of those questions don't matter whenever we're having this conversation.
No, my audio equipment matters because it's mine, so I can be drunk too.
That's fine. You've got a microphone. I've got a house.
Tell you what, we'll get you a shirt. We'll just have it say guest on there.
Yeah. Just put it on there.
There we go.
Just put it on there.
Drunk Reserve. That's what we're gonna put.
Junk reserve.
Drunk
Okay.
Reserve.
Oh, hey, by
As
the
long as
way,
I get to keep my number.
hey, man.
Welcome back, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah, anytime. I was glad to have you. He was telling us that we were trying to grab some people, and you were down to come back. So I was like, get them on there.
I posted. It wasn't Bronson's post. It was Jesse's post.
Oh, it was the wife's. Okay, appreciate you, the wife.
Yeah. So Jesse posted hey, we want somebody to come on and right.
That never
was like-
happens. She never gets my guess.
Yeah, so she was like, hey, somebody, I was like, oh, shoot. So I've been on 4 podcasts now, once with you, and then 3 on another podcast.
Nice.
And then I was
You're famous.
no, I'm not famous. Just good with talking sometimes.
So I can't believe you cheated on us. So
I cheated on you.
Wow.
couldn't
Wait,
fucking-
hold on.
You couldn't fucking wait for us to invite you back.
You weren't tight enough, Bronson.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
I thought it was Hunter.
You weren't tight enough.
I thought it was Hunter. that you
Oh,
said was
no.
loose.
First off, you weren't tight enough. He didn't swallow. There's
I did tell him.
there's differences.
I did tell him
Here we go.
There's
rules.
differences, guys.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Well, I thought we were all men here.
Ah,
that brand new Hot Tua bitch.
Yeah.
And neither one of y'all brought the Hot Tua 3000 2.0 Mach 2. Neither one of y'all brought it. That's y'all's problem, not me.
He holds a point, I guess.
So hopefully you guys notice the difference in hopefully audio. Hunter's been really working hard on the audio here lately. And then we just invested in a new camera. We finally went away from that webcam.
Yeah.
So we've got a legitimate camera now.
Hopefully y'all can see the difference.
So hopefully, yeah.
And is that it? Is that what everybody's seeing?
Right here, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, you know, and by the way, is that 4K?
It is not. It's going to be 1080p.
Yep.
1080p?
Yeah,
Much better
so-
than probably what you had.
It was, yeah.
For sure. I think we were sitting at like
Either way, cheers to that,
720.
gentlemen.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
You'll notice we're not using the green screen. We wanted to try something different. We couldn't get like the fuzziness on the back. We got to work on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, everybody out there, let me go and tell you right now. So Bronson here, he never hit a friggin' stud with all the pictures being hung up behind us.
Never. I don't
He
care.
never hit a friggin' picture.
It hangs.
All this, no, it's hanging. No, he
It
ain't
hangs.
lying.
It hangs.
It's hanging, but it ain't hanging with a stud. So just recognize this shit right here was supposed to be done better.
Have you noticed we got the music turned down real low? I doubt even they can hear it right now, but it's because the walls get to shaking if we get too loud, and shit might fall off the walls.
Oh no, trust me, this
Yeah.
conversation is about to get real loud.
You think so?
Oh, I know for a fact that this conversation is about to get real loud.
Oh wait, this is new too. I forgot about that.
Hey, we're not,
You notice we're not elbow to elbow.
right.
Wait, hold on. Where did the sofa go?
That was the last time you were on. Damn,
That's
I
right.
forgot
It's
about
been a
that.
while.
You were one of the last ones on the casting couch.
Yep.
Oh shoot, I was on a casting couch. Did
Yeah.
you roofie me because I don't remember it?
You don't remember Two Drunks After Dark? That's our OnlyFans.
Oh my god, not the wrong casting couch.
Oh.
I was talking about like X-Hubs.
Oh, no, no,
Oh,
no.
my bad, guys.
No,
my bad.
no.
Oh yeah. No. I very much loved the last time we were there. Like with and then like I gave you all my like Ireland story, and then like everybody had their own bottle, and they kept like then Hunter and you told your stories about the bottle in which you brought.
Or no, we
I
drink
love
off of your vodka.
Yeah.
You had brought the cheap ass Barton's
Yeah,
vodka.
it's Burnett's.
And then it wasn't Burnett's. It was it's right there. No, that was not it. We finished the other one. That's the Aristocat. That's one. That one's the cheap one too. But you,
I want to say it's Burnett's.
I think it was Barton.
I'm pretty sure it was Barton.
I think that was the title of that episode.
Oh, Barton's?
It is. It was Barton's. 'Cause
I knew it
was
was
the name of
Barton's.
it. But we had told you that we told you the format, that we were gonna take a shot, we were gonna do it over ice and a mixed drink.
Completely went out the
And
window.
you were like, wait, what?
Hey,
Well, what you're talking about is we mixed the vodka with different juices.
The mixers,
And
okay.
mixers. We
Yeah.
all three had a different one
Yeah.
to try.
I've got a cool story for you. Something that I learned not too long ago. Now, do y'all like outer space? Who likes outer space? Raise their hand. All right. Oh, and Jesse also. So I learned something very cool. Now, this is just going to be a Elon Musk like piece. There's a star. It's like M81, M82, or something like that. It's M80 something.
Right.
I don't know the fucking number. It is 65 million light years away from us.
Huh.
65 million light years. Keyword, light years away from us. Now, us as a species, if we were able to create a vehicle in which can warp time, create a wormhole in which you can go through time and space instantaneously.
Right.
Like taking a piece of paper, folding it up, cutting a hole through it, and then reopening it. I want to say M82, but don't hold me to it. If we were able
Isn't that a
Bink.
firework? Oh, it's an M80.
to go over to M82, Sun, M82, and look back at Earth And if we had a telescope that could zoom in to Earth and see it perfectly, we would see the comet that destroyed the dinosaurs.
Huh.
Because M82 is 65 million light years away from us, because it takes light 62 million years to travel there.
Huh.
So if we could instantaneously get there, turn around and look back, the light is now getting to us of the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
Huh. Interesting.
That's something you don't really think about. I mean, that would be cool to see.
Oh, dude, like damn near like 10% of all the shit you see in the sky, those are all dead stars. They're not even there anymore. It's just the light takes so long to get to us. They've already been dead, but the light's still traveling here.
Right.
Interesting.
And then there's stars that have developed in which we can't see yet.
I bet.
Because we can't see that far. Well, because the light hasn't gotten here.
I'm kind of liking this. Like, I really wouldn't, that paying attention in school and stuff. But I mean,
And I took astronomy, but you didn't learn that in,
I was gonna say, if I would have learned some of
astronomy.
this shit, like, I would have been paying attention. Like, well, I didn't learn none of that.
So we're not doing our format, it looks like.
Oh,
So-
no, never mind. Start the format. Let's go for it.
So, well, no, we've got beer cans. We don't have a bottle.
We're switching to Bud Light, correct?
Yeah, but you're not drinking out of that.
I'll take a shot.
You're going to take a shot.
I'll take a shot.
I guess
Just
we're
to
to-
keep up with the format.
I mean,
Can I get our producer to go get us 3 shot glasses? So I guess we're doing Aristocat. We're just going to do a shot. We're not going to do it mixed and all of that. You're good
All
with
right.
just a shot?
Oh,
with
of
this.
course I'm good with a shot.
We'll stick just to Bud Light.
well, I would do it just to have a bottle on the table.
So, you got drunken stories on Bud Light?
Ooh.
Oh,
Or
on
just
Bud
in
Light?
general? How do you want to...
Wait, on Bud Light?
It doesn't matter, whichever
Oh,
one.
dude, my guy. Now, this is what screwed me up with your last podcast, because you were like, hey, I want you to come and bring a hard liquor, a hard top liquor, and tell me a story about it. I really don't drink hard top liquor. So I had to come with one specific thing, like that was a good story. And that was the Burnett. I bought the Burnett's.
Bardens.
Bardens, whatever it was. Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back and show him his episode. He's done made it so big he doesn't even remember us. We're the little guys.
Yeah, but
I
like,
see.
but the blue label, vodka,
it was a black label.
black label.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, I'm screwing this all up, guys. Either way. So, whenever it comes to beer, if you want to say, "Hey, I screwed up with beer," damn, I've got you. I got you, fam. Now, did you want to say official, unofficial, or against the law?
We could do all the above.
Oh, dude,
Let's start out with-
I've
we
got
got
stories for
producer.
every single one.
Let's start out with against the law.
Oh, against the law?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind if I'm the single.
What do you mean? All of them are singles.
Well, because I'm not going to pour mine as much as yours.
Oh, gotta be a sissy. He does still have to drive home.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a decent shot.
Oh, Max Martin ain't no bitch.
Since we're doing that, I'm gonna grab the infinity bottle
Ooh, yeah.
and we'll actually get to
The
pour some of that in.
infinity bottle?
Have you, oh, you had, he
What
had
the fuck? What the fuck is the infinity
So
bottle?
you're lucky right now. You can see a lot of news and stuff. It's like everything to you, no couch, new table,
What
new
the
camera.
hell?
So this is our infinity bottle. So what we like to do now is that once we end this podcast, you picked out of my little liquor over there. We like for our guests to pour off into the infinity bottle. This one is going to be used at Christmas time. We're going to open it up, not Christmas, New Year's.
Yep.
We're going to open it up on New Year's Eve on our live stream and drink out of it. And then if you look over to your right, there's one with brown liquor in it.
Okay.
Yep.
So
So that one is getting opened on 4th of July.
well, I'm drinking beer, so do I like to pour something of this into that?
Yeah, we're not doing the beer. Don't pour your beer off into
Yeah,
my
because
clear.
like there's yeast in it, it's
But
gonna
this
make
is
it
what
go bad.
But this is what you picked.
Okay, yeah,
from the
that's what I
liquor
picked.
cabinet. So
All right, that's what I picked.
so you'll get to pour some of that off into the infinity bottle at the end.
And you
All
pour
right,
as
sounds
much
like
as you
a plan.
want. Yeah, one dude, he was very generous on a pour. Of course, that was the other one. His fridge
Yeah,
always
he
so
poured
hot.
about half a bottle of Bullet whiskey off into that.
Yeah, he definitely got
that.
it
All right,
started.
gentlemen, let's take a shot.
Cheers.
Ho, ho, ho.
A lot better than the other one.
It is a lot
That
better than
Barton
the other
was,
one.
it was rough.
And you were saying that you wanted me to tell a story about what?
So we go over drunken stories, and what we try to do is whatever we're drinking on for that episode is what we have our drunken stories with. But a lot of people, sometimes they don't have a good drunken story with that.
Well, I've got plenty.
So we'll normally just say if you have a better drunk story on something else you would like to share, go for it. But it's up to you. If you have a good one with BudLight, go for it. If you have something better and you want to share it, let us know that too. We're just
Okay.
down for drunken stories.
Messed
All
up.
right,
I
drunken
messed up your
stories.
screen, honey. Never mind, it's back.
Shoot, this one's going to be pretty easy. All right, so which one is it? Okay, so do you want to hear about me trying to steal a radio? Do you want to hear about me trying to fight my current best friend in the front of Fox and Hound? Or do you want to hear about me and my best friend drinking beers on a rooftop? You've got three options. So you've got stealing a radio,
Let's start with the still in the radio.
stealing a radio. All right. So somehow, some way, me and Sam Caney. Now, Sam Caney absolutely fucking hated me. And somehow we worked together. Our personalities didn't align, but eventually we became aligned.
Nothing popped up on her.
Let's fix that in a sec.
So we became aligned. And he was like, "Hey man, there's a like a field party. Do you want to go to it?" He did not like me. I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go to a field party." Went and grabbed him and went to the field party. And then when we went to the field party, they were burning tires. Well, while they were occupied, me and Sam Caney were like, "Hey man, let's steal a stereo." Because they had a stereo. This is back in the days of stereos. We're like, "Hey, let's steal the stereo." So we grabbed the stereo, put it in the back of my truck, and try to like move with it. But like, didn't work. And then as we're moving, so it didn't work. So we put it back. Like, oh shit, we can't steal the stereo. So we put it back. Now, fucked it up where like the stereo didn't work anymore. And then like I parked.
I have
And
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that okay.
sure.
Welcome to the live stream, Robin. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, what's going on, Robin?
So anytime you do hear a sound, I'm not sure if they can hear it on the stream, but anytime we hear a sound, we just look up here. That's gonna be our comments.
Okay.
So you'll hear it.
So
like
if you
a
hear
little
that ding, look at the screen.
Yeah, we're trying to do
So-
better with like interacting with our audiences and stuff because we
Oh
do have a lot
yeah,
of people.
definitely.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not going to be very good with that, but eventually I will.
I mean, you'll see us. We'll look up this way, and that's what we're looking up at as a comment. But we'll try to say it again, like
So
that
this-
out loud.
So the stereo didn't work, and y'all try to put it back.
Yeah, no. Then we put it back, and then we stole the keg.
Why didn't you start with the keg?
We wanted the. We were drunk. We were
It was like I didn't need the
drunk
keg.
ass guys. We started with the stereo first, and we couldn't steal the stereo. So then we stole the kegs. We stole the keg. And we started driving off with it. And then like somebody was like, "Hey, motherfucker!" And then like my guy, Danny, hopped out of the truck and started beating the fuck out of that guy for no reason.
Oh,
Oh, what's up, Robin?
Man.
Good to see you, bud.
glad you're watching.
It's been a
man.
minute.
I'm not sure.
You
what
haven't
said
met. You
before.
haven't met Robin.
Is this
You're thinking of Manuel.
Manuel? Okay.
Robin was here though too. He was Manuel's roommate,
Oh, okay.
but I never got the opportunity to get him on the podcast.
I got you.
I could never talk him into it. Yep. See, do with Manuel. Good to see you, Robin. So, so he's kicking the dude's ass.
Yeah. Sam Candy gets it. Now, by the way, we've got the stereo. All we have to do is just like move out of town. But this dude is like beating on the side of my truck. All I have to do is like move forward and get the fuck out. Sam says, nah. He gets out and starts beating this fucking dude's ass. I have to like stop the truck. I'm in a manual. Like I have to put it in manual. Get out. And start beating like another dude's ass. He's like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Sam Candy already beat like two dudes' ass. I get out and I beat one dude's ass. Nobody else wants to deal with it. All right, Sam, get in the fucking truck. So I get in the truck. He comes in like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, and slams the fucking door. All right, so we got their jukebox in the back of our truck. Think I put it in second. Bye. And I start driving up. I start driving, and then like, yeah, that was bad. That was basically about it.
All right. So what was the other two options? So you gave drunk on the roof
The second one was the fight at Fox and
and
Hound.
fight at Fox and Hound. Yeah, I'm curious on that
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Tell me that was old Corey with you.
No, it wasn't fight at Corey. It was fight with the same guy, Sam Candy.
Ow.
So, whenever a group of, well, at this time, of course, it all changes.
Yeah.
But like whenever a group of, waiters, leave their shift, they go somewhere to like
Decompress.
decompress.
All right.
Well, where they normally do it, in the specific spot in which we are, is Fox and Hound. So, about 5 people walk in.
Quality looks pretty good.
There's about 5 people walk in.
Yeah. And then about 5 people are there.
Right.
I was waiting for it. So I have to deal with 5 people heavily drinking. Whenever they get there, it's 5. One of them is Sam Canny. We're talking about the same individual.
Going on, Decoy NDA.
What up?
We're talking about the same individual. So, like, Sam Canny is one of the 5. About. So, he sits there and he drinks his amount.
Hmm.
And then I'm sitting there. He's like, but unfortunately, like, I used to fight. and he knows I used to fight.
Right.
So like he knows that I'm like,
You're not scared to get down there, you know.
if you want to get down, I will get down with you.
Right.
But it's not good for you.
Right. No. Not gonna work out for you.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out for you.
Right.
So he's there. And then eventually the entire Longhorn community with Sam Caney walks out. Sam Caney's like, hey man, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I grab my car. I'm about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I step out. I'm like, dude, you have no idea on what's about to happen to you.
Right.
So either way, I close my door. Then I go past. And everybody lets me let go. Let's go.
Right.
I was able to let go up 55 or Goodman 55, all the way down. I was able to be let go. No contention.
I think a lot of people, you know, they can't do that. A lot of people, when they
but it could have been very bad.
right. That's what I was gonna say. Is like a lot of people, when they get to drinking, like it's over with. When a fight comes up, they just want to be right there and end it. They can't walk away from shit like that. And it's hard to do. I get that, but I mean, at the same time, like you're at a bar, you went out drinking, the state at which you're at, and it's gonna be the same for the other person. There's like you have to force yourself to kind of get out of that environment because you're just going to put a lot of bad news on you if not. I mean, it's something that's hard, but it's something it's the right thing to do, But I dealt with a lot of bar people, like going to like Sturgis and stuff like that. So like we've seen a lot of bar fights. I worked, security, so I was right there in the pretty much like the drunk tank. Everyone who was around me was nothing but drunk. But a lot of them you would see, like they'd be like, "Hey, we're going," they would leave before they would fight because they knew that they would get in a lot of trouble because you had cops just surrounding that place waiting for something to happen. I mean, it was like a huge shout out to them, like a respect thing, and they were able to control themselves, and that's what I think is the biggest thing about stuff like that. I mean, have you ever had like not personally have a bar fight, but like, have you ever been in a bar and seen like a bar fight?
I mean, I've seen some pretty crazy shit go down in some bars. Yeah, I'm sure I probably have seen a bar fight. Especially you were with me last weekend when we watched a dude get carried out of the Lander Center in South Haven.
Yeah, if y'all haven't checked out that video, SCFC, check it out. We definitely had a blast.
So you just put it over there. So watching that guy get carried out, like there is such a thing as too much alcohol, 100%.
Right.
And that dude went way past his limit.
Yeah.
We got another pre-gamer with us here.
Oh yeah.
He almost was like he's about to fall asleep on us.
Oh no! And by the way, since what you're talking about, I would love to talk about it also.
Okay.
All right.
Like people you think are too drunk to,
or too far gone is what you're getting.
yeah, too far gone. I'm going to tell you right now, I have watched too many videos of the people you're talking about, like just completely act ridiculous to the police.
So this guy in the video, you don't get to see it because we were using our webcam. It wasn't like the new camera to where we could probably just pick it up and.
Well, we were focused on the fight itself.
Yeah.
We had the octagon on the camera, and then it happened offside to it, so we weren't about to move the camera or anything like that.
So security comes up to this guy. He keeps standing up, and you hear people in the background, "Sit the fuck down." And so security goes over and tells him, "Dude, you got to sit down." And he was like, "Okay." Second time security comes over, they forcefully sit him down the second time. And he's looking and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Right. He's at that pace.
Third time, this nice security guard comes over there and he goes, so look, man, you're either gonna have to sit down or you're gonna have to leave. Like, it's your choice. About that time, another bigger security guard comes up and he's like, sit the fuck down or get the fuck out.
Dude told him, he's like, you got 5 seconds to make a decision. You let me know which one you want to do. He was not playing around.
Dude turns.
Dude, like literally, dude, like everything you're saying.
Ooh. Yeah. I understand that, man.
I most likely watched the same video y'all are saying.
So the dude turns. Well, this was last weekend. This happened last weekend.
Been Saturday night.
So this dude turns and looks at both security guards and he's like, "You two are going to be who takes me out?" Yeah, I doubt it. About that time, the big one goes like that on both sides. You just start seeing security starting to come in slowly. And he fucking grabs the dude and he's like, let's go. And fucking starts taking him out. And the dude's like, kept, breaking loose. And it looked like he was going to swing on the security guard a couple of times.
He was fighting with him.
Next thing you see, Sheriff's Department and fucking South Haven PD comes in. And he's fucking almost trying to swing on them. It is amazing, dude, did not go out in fucking handcuffs.
Because at one point, dude, he fell back too.
Yeah, he fell on the ground. Yeah. I have that on video.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I have that on video. Him falling down.
He was like on the stream. He was like, you know what? Hold up my phone. I'm getting this. Like, I'm gonna have to show y'all something.
Yes.
Good seeing you, Robin.
Oh yeah.
You want to go to halfway?
Halfway.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it like halfway, or it's like. I don't know exactly how this works.
All right. So explain halfway to us.
What do you mean? You're trying to take an intermission?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we can take a quick intermission. Hunter, you mind switching us over?
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah. Give us just a minute.
All right, guys. Sorry for that brief break. Had to take a brief pause and get our bearings back.
I think Decoy said it right. Potty break.
So, anyways, Max. So you were telling me off camera earlier that you're starting a new career path.
Yes, sir.
So you decided to go into trucking.
Yeah, I decided to go in truck.
You look like a trucker, don't he?
He could be a trucker. I can see
He
it.
looks like a trucker.
Or maybe a motherfucker. I
Actually,
don't know.
both of you motherfuckers look more like a trucker than I do.
Really?
I'm too pretty to be a trucker.
You're gonna get
that's how
fat
it is.
being in that truck.
Well, I'm glad. Both of you motherfuckers are already fat.
So with being a trucker, like, what's the goal for you? Is it something that you want to be able to like get your own truck and be able to haul stuff like with your truck, or is it just like renting for now? Or
Oh, so you're talking about long-term goals.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Long-term goal. No, I want to work for Old Dominion.
Okay.
They update the vehicles all the time. We never have a breakdown. And then with OD, now at the beginning, like me, I'm not paid that much in the beginning stages.
Right.
But if I stay there for like maybe 4 or 5 years, dude, I'm treated like a king. I'm paid like a king.
Right.
So I'm looking not, forefront, I'm looking long front
Gotcha.
whenever it comes to like working for Old Dominion.
All right. So you were talking about your goals and stuff, but like, what are some of the things that you carry now? Like, I guess you probably can't really talk about. What would be like the longest drives that you would normally do? I guess would be a better question.
Longest drive I've done to date. Now you're talking about like over the road line haul?
Yep.
All right, that would be Memphis to Huntsville, Huntsville to Birmingham, Birmingham back to Memphis.
All right. So that was like your longest. What would you say is about your average time? I guess like for shipment and all that.
12 and a half hours.
Okay. Not bad. I mean, how'd you find that? Like, how'd you get into that? Was that something that was brought up to you, or?
Well, yeah. But then again, by the way, for the camera, I'm a new driver, so like, it differs for me. So like, if you're a driver for Old Dominion, you have an option. Do you want to do city or do you want to do line haul?
Right.
Line haul is where the money is. Or do you want to do city with the higher pay? Hourly. But I'm a what do they call it?
You're a greenhorn.
I'm a greenhorn. Yeah. I mean a shoot. What's it called? Co-op or something like that.
Okay.
So whenever I start my day, I'll wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm up at 6 a.m.
Right.
At 8 o'clock in the morning, I call line haul. Hey, do you have anything for me? No, we don't have anything for you. You have to go to the city. All right, fantastic. I get with city. City's like, oh, we have something for you. Go and do this. Now I'm going to be city. If city doesn't have anything for me, then I have to go and work the dock. Meaning on a forklift, breaking freight, just
You're
like
loading in, yeah.
yeah, but I get paid the same on the dock as I do for the city.
Now, for you, would you rather do the driving or do like the loading?
Driving.
Okay.
100%.
You said you want to go over the road.
Over the road?
So
100%.
you want to go see the country.
I don't blame him. I
I
mean,
mean, you want to go cross country.
Yeah, well, that's where the money is.
You want to get that $1 million or that 1,000,000 miles under your belt.
that's not a bad idea.
You want that title. That's like truckers' goal is reach 1,000,000 miles. I've known a few that have a few million miles under their belts.
I mean, to me, like that's like the best job you're gonna get that you can actually go and explore, like to actually see new areas and territory. Especially if you're stuck down in one city or something. I mean, you got to think, we play ATS a lot. Decoy, if he's still in, we all play this game where we just do a convoy and all of us just go out and ride around.
Put them on ice.
And we spent, what was the, I can't remember like the longest stream that we did
we did a 5-hour haul
Yeah.
on ATS, which is American Truck Simulator, in case you didn't know, which is us driving a truck in a simulator.
Like a video game, yeah.
We went from Washington to Texas.
And it's like the hours are real. Like they separated it. Like it's a long ass map.
So it's 5 hours in game to drive that 32-hour trip.
Hey, there he is, Decoy.
So it's a 32-hour drive, but it in game takes you 5 hours. So you're behind the wheel for 5 hours in game, driving down back roads, highways, whatever.
And then you got like 5 of us that are in a convoy just talking to each other over the radio. I mean, it's just shooting the shit. But I mean, to us, it's like kind of like what you would do in real life. But I mean, it kind of gives us, I wouldn't say like the actual experience of doing it, but it gives us an idea.
Yeah, but you don't really know it.
Yeah, 5-hour drunk stream.
Yeah.
I was fucking tore up that night.
The reason why I brought it up is I'm just
Fucking
saying,
hitting
like,
Steve
the
on
reason
purpose
a lot
and
of
shit.
people want to do it is because they want to go explore new areas, just be able to see stuff like that. I mean, for us, we're not into trucking. Something that we haven't gotten into yet is the best way I'll say it. So for us to see that would be through a game, and ATS I think is just the way to go. If you want that much experience without actually going there or doing it, ATS is a good place to get started. But it's fun to do that, like just driving, and you get to explore all these different areas because with ATS they do have a big map, and they're trying to make it into like a real world map. Like you see all the cool shit that they're doing with it, and I don't know. For me personally, I like to explore stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind going into like a trucking field, like a driver position, just because I've seen what it is on the game and can only imagine that's what it would be in real life. I mean, you get a lot more disadvantages on stuff that could go wrong with the truck. You got to do your checkups and all that. But I mean, I wouldn't mind doing trucking though. Trucking I think would be a good job.
They just teased Iowa after Arkansas. So yeah, they're working their way up. They're gonna have all 50 states at some point, and they're going up and down, up and down. So far they've made it into the Midwest and started to hit on the South a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I'm not mad. I'm kind of glad that they didn't just come out with a huge map right away. They're actually working on a state
and
at
they
a time.
always update each state too,
Yes.
like the road textures and stuff. After each state that they release, they fine tune all the other ones that they've released previously, so that they can make sure that everything's being updated
right
to the newest firmware. I guess you could how you could put it.
So to get off ATS for a bit, did you have any questions for him as a driver?
No, he's still new, so let's let him get some trips under him and ask him all the pretty places he got to go see.
I'm going to tell you right now, right off the bat, fuck everybody that drives 4 wheels. Y'all all drive 4 wheels, and you don't understand what it is to be me. Like, y'all cut me off. I'll do
People don't realize how long it takes that truck to stop. It doesn't stop on a dime.
No, it does not. No, it takes so much.
Because it takes you 7 car lengths to be able to come to a complete stop. Like if someone cuts you off, you need 7 car lengths to be able to stop or something like that.
No, even more than that. It's correct.
Off screen, it depends on the weight.
Can somebody else say it?
There we go.
It depends on how heavy the load is and how fast you're going on what distance you need to stop.
We're learning.
My love, thank you so much for telling me this. And so many people think it's so easy for us to stop. No. Correct. We can only see what's in front of us. Shit.
Just let her
pass it on over.
just let her have the mic.
We're just gonna have to have another mic set up, I guess.
Yeah, our producer over there is now, I guess, trying to join in on the podcast. Might as well stand up and come to the table at this point.
She said she's comfortable right now. She said she's comfortable. She ain't getting up.
So, in order for them to see behind you, like for them to see you, you have to be at least 3 to 4 car lengths. If you can't see their side mirrors, they can't see you. And to be in front of them, you have to be at least 2 car lengths ahead for them to see you because of how long the front of their truck is.
So for
And
those,
it also depends on how long the trailer is, depending on how far back you have to be.
Yeah.
so for those of you that don't know who's just
Have a little
talking,
bit of
that is my lovely, lovely wife.
Yeah, let me go and tell you right now. If you stop directly in front of me, in front of another like tractor trailer, you're dead.
Oh, I already know.
If there's another tractor trailer,
A lot of those trucks are coming equipped with them. Like these companies are putting cameras all over them fucking trucks. I don't know about OD.
oh, it's all over my truck.
But yeah, they regulate your speed. They want, like, you go over,
Yeah.
they want to know why you were going that speed and why you're riding so and so's ass. Like we got a few companies where I work that they come and the driver is bitching about someone cut him off, and his company called him and was like, "Well, why were you riding their ass?" Well, motherfucker, they cut me off. Like I had no
Right. It's
I
either-
had
I had
no
no
other option.
choice but to ride the fucking ass.
yeah.
Like, and he had been in a couple of accidents, and it was like it's the person in front of him's fault. Like
There's nothing you can do in a
his truck,
situation like that.
this guy's truck is, I don't know what y'all's are, but his is governed out at 70, so he can only go
Well,
70
with
miles
you
an
two,
hour.
I'm gonna go and say right now, if you see a big truck and it's somehow in whatever traffic, get the fuck out of the way of that truck. Get the fuck out of the way of that truck.
Yeah.
Right, left, don't get in front. Just leave it alone. If left doesn't look good, if right doesn't look good, don't get behind it or in front of it.
Now, if I remember correctly, BB had an experience with one of these type of trucks. Didn't one kind of roll over on the front of you?
So we were, I had your little sister with me.
Yeah, I remember.
We were driving down Interstate Boulevard in Horn Lake, and this truck was coming. It was in that sharp turn on Interstate Boulevard. You know, the big turn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A fucking huge turn. Anyways, this driver, this was fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
He's turning, and he decides he's going to take up all the lanes in that turn. Like, instead of getting over into the far right lane and turning like a normal person, he decides he's going to cover all 3 lanes and completely comes over the hood of my car and pulls over. He pulls over and he's like, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." His sister was shaking up, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine too." He was like, "So, you mind following me back to the shop? I ain't got my insurance card or anything on me. You mind following me back to the shop, and we'll exchange information there and shit." That's back in my no insurance days, and I was like, I really don't want to exchange insurance information because I don't have insurance because it's fucking expensive. And so anyways, his boss offered to pay for the damage or whatever, but yeah, that sharp ass turn ain't nothing to fucking play with, especially when he's got a 53 footer behind him.
One of them things that you just don't really think about until that moment comes, and you're like, "Damn."
Well, so Steve, he's new to trucking, so the audience's question is, are you a day cabber or an overnighter?
A day gabber.
Yeah.
So even on your line hauls, you're still driving in the day cab?
Like yesterday, I went from Memphis to Huntsville to Birmingham to back to Memphis. And that's the way that, oh, sorry. Man, do you have Creed playing in the background?
Yeah. Are you just now noticing the music that we have playing in
I
the
think you
background?
just heard the song, and it's what
Yeah.
got him.
It's just a mixture of
Just go there.
old rock music.
Yeah, we try to make it a little bit more inviting.
Go there.
It's amazing thinking and saying this is old rock music, knowing that like this came out in like the 2000s,
I mean, shit, it's
and saying
it is
that
old,
this has
though.
been out for almost 30 years. So, I guess my next question for you would be: you had said earlier in the podcast that you did a little bit of fighting.
Yeah.
So, what were you? Did you train any, or
Like, what all did you get
what
into?
What came of that?
Yeah.
Like, you just fought, like, just because you were really badass, or you were training something and you got some medals behind you?
Okay, well, I've got one medal behind me. That this, well, like actually, like physically speaking, I've got one medal behind me.
Right.
I fought at Shackford's. So, long story short, I went to rugby and I kept dislocating my left shoulder. I dislocated it 3 times in one game, 7 times in totality. Like, oh shit, I can't. I can't play rugby anymore.
Right.
So I went and got shoulder surgery, and the shoulder surgeon, Dr. Saenz, Saenz, I want to say. Don't hold me to the spelling.
No, well, that's like Hunter spelling BudLight, and it was
Yeah,
Lite.
Yeah, fag.
It's and then he put a space in between.
I'm used
in
to
between the
shorthand.
Lite. That's not shorthand for light.
So what's your shorthand for light?
Light, just the way it's spelled.
No, that's not shorthand. That's the word.
You
I
don't
said a
shorthand light.
You can shorthand light.
Not
as
by
in-
Lite.
So how
We
would
all
you
know he
shorthand
loves
it?
to suck dick. It's fine. Hey, by the way, it's cool with us. I mean, me, Bronson and
Well,
Jesse.
No.
I mean, like, we're cool with it. That's perfectly fine.
it's only if you have a little bit of coke on you.
Dick. It's fine. It's fine.
You have a little
by the
coke
way,
on you?
Don't. I've only got about maybe 8 inches, so I don't know exactly how much you like to work with.
Only about 8 inches.
8 inches of coke.
Remember,
I know,
we're on
yeah.
YouTube right now. We're not on the OnlyFans, so we can't be whipping dicks out.
That was later. Damn, we don't have the soap anymore. No more stains.
Yeah. So,
No longer on the casting couch.
yeah, no more on the couch.
I do see that we got a curtain back there, though. Maybe we can make some stains on the curtain. It was a surprise. That was
Stop pushing
fault.
my table.
It was a surprise. That was my bad.
So either way,
I'm gonna have to bolt this motherfucker to the floor for pre-gamers.
So I was fighting. I came from rugby. I was
Right.
fighting, or I wasn't fighting, but I was like
You can hear
training.
the soberness in our voices. You can hear the drunkenness in someone else's voice.
I mean, that's what
Okay.
this is about.
Do you want to hear the story or not?
Go ahead.
Actually, I agree with Max on this. The podcast itself is called Two Drunks.
It is too drunk.
We're looking bad right now. He's killing
I'm
it.
the only one drunk.
He's killing
I'm
it.
the only one. 2 drunks in a bottle,
every-
and I'm the one that's the drunk one, and these cocksuckers are
killing
the
it.
ones that are sober ones.
Everyone thinks that
Fuck
like we
them.
should. Everyone.
Fuck both of them.
Everyone
Need
thinks that
another beer, yeah.
everyone thinks that we should be drunk by the time we start, and that is not like that's not our MO at all. We get drunk on the podcast.
Did we go through all of our beer already?
No, they got put into a fridge. Someone didn't like the beer going a little warm over there, but we only had 2 left.
I'll tell you what. I'll do a beer run. Yeah, I'll do a beer run.
You're gonna put the empty ones right in the center of the fucking table. Golly, Lord
take
help
one
him.
Well,
Hunter,
somebody's gonna take care of
I'll continue, I guess, with Max if you want to go,
Yes.
so we don't have to go to another intermission unless
many
Max
beers?
needs another intermission.
How many beers am I bringing up?
I'm gonna take 2.
Okay.
Go ahead, and bring me 2.
Okay. Two all around. But yeah, continue about the fighting though.
All right, so you went to the show. You got your shoulders. You had surgery. Yeah, went to the doctor. However, he spells his fucking name. We're not gonna
Yeah.
quote you on it.
So I was playing rugby, and I dislocated my shoulder 3 times in one game.
And you said you had 7 total times that you
7
dislocated.
total.
So you ended up having to have
And then I had
shoulder
to go,
surgery.
and then like I went and had shoulder surgery, and then he was like, Dr. Saenz was like, dude, there was nothing I could do. You were born with Buford's complex. Buford's complex. What is that? So from 11 to 8:30, I was born without cartilage at birth, and then my pectoral muscle made a thicker strand.
You heard that here, his pecs.
Yeah. my pectoral muscle.
We'll get him to take his shirt off later and flex his titties.
Oh, no. Yeah. No.
And that'll be on Two Drunks After Dark.
Dark. Either way, so the doctor said that I had a pectoral muscle that moved from my pectoral majoralis over into my deltoid, which helped my shoulder stay in. Cartilage does a way better job at keeping it in. But either way, I fucked it up. So, in my left shoulder, I've got a messed up left shoulder. So, they were saying this. So they were saying, "Hey, you can't play rugby anymore." I was like, "Okay, I can't play rugby anymore." Awesome. And then I said, "All right." I didn't ask them. Of course, I'm not going to ask them. Hey, can I fight MMA? Of course not. I went to the next extraneous, like the next thing.
Are you fucking put it in the center of the table? Let the fucking camera see.
Man.
And let me guess, there's fucking ice.
No, we don't have ice.
There's no ice in the bottom of it. Okay.
We have no ice.
No. I didn't get that creative, no.
So, at the end of it,
Fucking Blue's Clues. That's what I'm talking about. Perks to having a
so
toddler.
at the end of it, I was like, "Hey, so I couldn't fight MMA or I couldn't like rugby anymore. Can I fight MMA?" They were like, "Yeah, I mean, you can." So I did jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Now I started off straight jiu-jitsu, and I started tapping out all the guys, like at my gym. I started to learn how. Bink, 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 bink. They were like, "Hey, we want to use you for ground and pound." And ground and pound is the guys who were about to like go and fight, but we're going to use you for a like submission dummy. All right. So all I have to do is do ground and pound submissions, but beat the fuck out of these guys. Yeah. All right, awesome. Eventually, I got called at about maybe 9:00 in the morning, and they were like, "Hey, we have the Olive Branch SWAT team members coming in next. We want you to come in and beat their ass for like whatever." Say less. I walked in. And then there's but by the way, now these guys have already been beaten down. They've already ran like a 5-minute mile.
Right.
They've already been beaten down before they got to me. That means nothing to me. But for me, my goal is to kick their ass. That's all I was told.
Pretty much all you're ready there to do.
Kick the fuck out of them. And it was two guys. About to join the SWAT team, Olive Branch SWAT team, and JD John David Shackelford was like, "Hey, kick the fuck out of them." And I'm like,
Shackelford's an eye doctor, right? Is that the same Shackelford?
No. He's just a fighter.
Okay.
Just a fighter. He was almost on
Bellator
yeah.
or UFC. What was it when they were like staying in the dorms and shit back then? You know what I'm talking
What's
about?
that called? Yeah,
Can't
what's it
remember what
called?
the fuck that was called.
No, yeah, JD
it was
got
like
that.
it was like the reality show though.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
them training, and they had to impress Dana White.
So
get
JD,
to the
either
UFC.
way, JD called me. He was like, "Hey man, come over here, kick the fuck out of these SWAT team officers." I was like, "Man, say less." This is when I was going to college,
Right.
so I had to kick the fuck out of
Ultimate
them,
Fighter.
and then Ultimate Fighter. But no.
That was their reality show to where they stayed in the dorms and all that good shit. And each season, an MMA fighter.
Yeah, but like
would train them.
Yeah, but they put their SWAT team members, their brand new SWAT team members, into a hell week, in which It's their Hell Week. It's the same thing as like the Marines or the Navy SEALs. So like one of the parts of
Yeah, I remember that damn show on Netflix. Did you ever watch that? It was like 2 weeks in hell, and it was like it was either the Marine Corps. I think it was both. They showed the Marine Corps and the Navy SEAls
I think it
going
was,
through that rough training.
I remember
Fucking
watching,
almost fucking drowning them guys.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
and
Was
shit
them going
that.
like in
I
the
think
pool
it was
and
Navy
stuff.
SEAls.
Yeah, it was Navy. But yeah, I
And
remember
the water
watching it. It was,
the water was fucking frigid. They kept the water like 32 degrees or something like that. Like you get frostbite.
and they would fuck with them like
Out
with
of
their
that
mask
pool.
and stuff. Like they'd fuck with their mask, be like, all right, you got to get.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
someone down there like trying to fuck with them, and
They did a lot of cool shit, but I mean, it was hard as shit. You know,
not to
no.
interrupt you.
No.
oh no, okay, so like long story short, I had two guys. Both of them did tours. One of them did one tour in Afghanistan. One of them did 2 tours in Afghanistan. Now we're in fist on fist combat. And then like they put my little 8-pound gloves on me. I'm training. I'm not the best in the world. And they put 8-pound gloves on that guy. I fucked both of them up so bad it was fucking ridiculous. Just bam, 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 bam. I'm talking about like ding, 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 ding. Like it took like maybe 45 seconds just to be like, hey man, you're not there. And then like ding, 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 ding. And I took him down. And then like once I took him down, I wanted to help him out. So I didn't want to just like continue with like elbows
Right.
and like stuff. These are servicemen. I didn't want to hit them like that, but I want to make you tap out. Because I know you're not going to quit.
That's
And
fair
then-
enough.
Boom. So every single one of them, I just beat the fuck out of them real quick in about maybe 45 seconds. And about 15 seconds after, I just tapped him out. I was like, hey man, like, okay, Pink, here we go. Tap out. I'm giving you a way out.
Right.
Every single one of them. So it was like pretty cool. So like it was pretty cool that I was able to like, and I know that like Olive Branch SWAT team. Now I know that they can kill me. I know that for a fact. But in physical hand on hand combat, no, they ain't got me.
I just think it's like cool. Like you can mess around with a SWAT team like that. It's like you hear them like telling you this, and you're like, I get to go fuck them up and not catch any heat off of them. Yeah, I'm down. Like I can like literally see that. Like that would be cool as shit.
So did you ever get to go into the octagon?
Ooh.
Yes, sir, I did. And I lost my match. And by the way, if you want to go and look it up, it's rugby versus Mad Dog Hingst.
That's
Hunter,
we're definitely gonna
cover
look at
that censor up. I'm gonna pull it up on the TV real quick. We'll give a live reaction to this. Well, you're not gonna be able to. No, cover the
Oh,
censor.
it's going to be
on the TV.
Max Rugby Martin versus Derek Dibble Dog.
We're fixing to pull it up on the TV. Thank God I mounted 2 TVs, huh? We've got one for comments. Like we've went legit. We'll have to give a tour of the room, kind of. I mean, it's going to be a short tour, but kind of show you what our setup is. We mounted 2 32-inch TVs on the wall. One of them sits under Hunter's or above Hunter's laptop and shows all of y'all's comments. And then the other one we mounted so that we could either check our visuals on the video, make sure that it's good, or have music or something going in the background. But it's actually perfect, and it's rugby.
Max Rugby Martin. First off, that's the rugby. Look at it. Max Rugby Martin.
Oh, we'll get it. It would have been easier if I would have just looked it up on my phone and screen mirrored. Yeah, well, there's always there's
He
a
did
delay
shitty-
decoy.
He did a shitty like lookup. Max Rugby Martin versus Derek the Devil Dog Hinks.
But yeah, decoy. Like there's a delay in our stream.
There's always a delay.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like so. Like,
And
when
it's
y'all
not just
see
our
it,
stream. That's anyone's stream. It's always going to have
There's
like a
a
10-second delay.
There's a way to lower it down, but yeah, there's always going to be a delay with comments. I mean, we always try to get to them. That's the reason why we came up with the screen itself, is so that we have something to look at. When the comments do come through, we'll try to acknowledge it. But yeah, I mean, even though with the delay, we are doing better at acknowledging the
What
comments.
was the guy's
itself.
name? David?
Derek.
Derek?
Devil Dog Hinkst.
Yeah, and if you're all right with it, we'll add it to the comment section or the description. That way, people are.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And by the way, if anybody wants to say like, "Hey, that dude can't fight," cool, come fight me.
Heard it here.
Yeah, come fight me if you want to.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to put that out there, like get that in our description to show it. Beer 30 delay.
I cannot find it.
Yeah.
You found it?
Here we go. Bear with us for just another minute or two while we look this up so we can kind of give him a shout out on this fight, because I know we want to see it, and I'm pretty sure y'all want to see it too after hearing it. So we'll try to get that link out there to you. And
A beer 30 delay. We don't even have 30 beers in the fridge, thank you. We dropped that number down last night. We had 48 sitting in the fridge.
yeah.
-5 last weekend. 43 beers were sitting in that fridge. And I think we're down to like 10.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward this weekend to pretty much clear out that fridge, and then next weekend or whenever we'll have to fill it right back up, because yeah, this weekend it's going to clear it out. Again, if we have anybody that's new joining in with us, we are looking up a video to show everybody. Just bear with us another minute. If you have any comments right now, any questions, feel free to go ahead and add to it. We'll answer any questions that we see, or have any comments, we'll acknowledge them as well.
By the way, I scrolled down a couple times.
Yeah. I couldn't find it.
I can give you.
They may have deleted the YouTube channel. Deleted the video. If you find the video, send it to us.
As y'all heard, we weren't able to find it, but if we're able to find it later on, we'll definitely add it to the description or comment.
So look, I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Oh, and by the way, David, I'll fight you anytime.
You're gonna have to cover that since you're
No
here in a
weight
minute.
class.
You're good right now.
No weight class. I'll fight you any
I'm gonna
fucking
show
time.
him. I'm gonna show him street beefs. So these dudes do this shit in pretty much a backyard. It's legal in Texas. Legal in Texas.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like one of the only places it's legal because they have mutual combat laws.
So yeah, we went out, did the SCFC event, and one of the fighters, he turned us to this because he was on there, right?
Yes, he was on there.
220.
I remember the video we watched. Like, there was some badass knockouts on there. Like, surprisingly.
Hopefully, we'll get to. I think that was. Damn. I have to try to look up his name. But hopefully, we'll try to have him on the podcast
yeah.
here soon.
I mean, shout out to him for introducing the street beefs to us, because I haven't heard of it before.
Sorry for the quietness. We're showing him this video.
Yes.
He said he's seen these.
Good. Grab a beer, please. By the way, number 3. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah, we got beer all in this bucket. Even got koozies next to you if you like
you are
koozies.
the best ever.
I mean, just saying I carried the bucket, but you know. I was gonna get the beer here either way. It doesn't matter. It's
All right, Hunter, go ahead and cover up. Oh, that was a hard hit. All right, you should be good. So yeah, so you only went one time in the octagon?
Well, no, well, it wasn't in the octagon, but it was in a professional cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I asked you if it was the octagon. Show him the slap video where the girl changed professions during the contest. Hey, you'll have to send me the link to that one, Steve. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh man.
We were the only round that went. We were the only fight that went all 3 rounds. So
I'm assuming 5-minute rounds, 3 5-minute rounds,
I'm wanting to say 3-minute rounds.
3-minute rounds.
I'm wanting to say. So every time I went back to my corner, of course, like he shoved a ice pack, a bag full of ice on my shoulders to like try to cool me down. He was like, "Hey man," and it was Tim Galuzzi, and Tim Galuzzi
Cover it up again. Sorry.
is still one of the dudes today, in which like is one of the like big 5 fighters today. He's like maybe 2 steps away from like UFC.
All right, you're good.
And I trained with him. Dude, fuck Tim Galuzzi. But I have to love him. But Tim Galuzzi was my my rear guy. Wait, my God.
In a DM in Discord. All right, we'll watch it after the podcast. I'm probably actually going to get with you after the podcast, talk to you about something.
Yeah. So Tim Galuzzi hit me. Was my corner man. So like every time I went through my fight, we were the only fight that went all 3 rounds at New Daisy.
Yep.
We got fight of the night, got paid for that, and then got paid for the day. So I got paid for the fight, and I got paid fight of the night.
nice.
That's what I got paid for, even though I lost it to Derek Hingst. And okay, whatever. But with Derek Hingst, reason why I lost is because in the first round, I grabbed the cage, actually physically grabbed it.
No.
Yeah,
That's a no. That's a big no.
So I got minus one or 4 points for that because he was I got him in full mount, but I got him in reverse full mount. I'm sitting there beating his legs. I'm like, all right. I grabbed the cage to beat his legs even better. Bink. I'm just sitting there beating his fucking legs. Yeah. I would say fuck that dude, but like, yeah, that's the way it worked out.
Right.
Hunter, you got some questions for Max?
So, our last podcast that we did with you, we brought up the buddy games, and you described it. We know that there was, at least there was supposed to be another one for this year that came up. How did that turn out for y'all? I wasn't sure like how many people actually made it out. I know you invited us. We weren't able to attend.
Out the games.
Alpha games.
No, not buddy games.
So-
It's place to buy.
Before you speak on this question, this would actually be kind of cool to do. The next buddy games that y'all have,
Alpha.
instead of
Alpha games.
instead of
Alpha
alpha games, the next alpha games that y'all have, instead of us participating, how would you feel about us bringing a camera and recording it
So it's like almost like
and
commentating.
commentating it?
Get y'all like on the map a little bit.
Okay, well, as long as y'all participate, there would probably be no.
But no, I'm saying
no
we
problem
won't
with it.
participate. We'll just
We'd be there to pretty
come
much
with a
film.
camera and film.
If you bring all the cameras, absolutely no problem. But the thing is, though, is that like you would have to make a video, like portray it to like everybody.
Of course, we'd have
Yeah.
like all the people attending. We would have like a one-on-one, like say an interview with them and say like, what do you think about your opponents, or however you would say like your challengers. I guess is probably a better way to say it. And we do a one-on-one interview, do like a quick one after each little match, like how do you think you did, something like that. But it's more to just to showcase what y'all do, because I mean, you heard about buddy games. We know about the TV show that they did as well. But I mean, no one really knows about the alpha games. To see people actually doing it on their own, I think that right there would be pretty cool. But I mean, of course, that's something for y'all, since y'all are the ones that are participating in it. It's like, would y'all want something like that? Would y'all want somebody to actually kind of showcase it for
Yes,
y'all?
100%.
Yeah, that'd be
Sweet.
something we would do. Like, I mean, we would do it, nothing like paid or anything like that. We would just come out and just have fun with everybody.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah, because I know y'all do the night before and y'all leave it up
Yes.
to like if you want to drink and get fucked up, like that's your choice. You
Yeah.
recommend that you don't get fucked up.
Yeah, that's
This is what we've talked about on the last one.
Yep.
So that night we could do talks with everybody and see how they feel coming into it, and then actually get to record the event the next day.
Yeah.
So we'll get you out there both ways. We'll get one-on-one interviews and then get to move on to actually getting to record the event.
Yeah, because even though we can't like maybe live stream because of connection issues and stuff like that, we can always, like you said, record it and then post it later on. I mean, we make a
Sounds good
weekend
to
out of
me.
it.
Yeah, hey, but no, like anything. Now the thing is with the alpha games.
Yeah.
The alpha games is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
So like everyone's like alpha games, like what are you talking about?
Right.
So what the alpha games are is like there's gonna be two things: what it began to be, and then what it is now.
Right.
So what it began to be is one of my friends was like, "Hey man, I want you to do my bachelor party." All right, so like anybody can
I think you told us about this. I feel like you did.
When we first described it, you gave us, the description of like it was a bachelor party that went epic. That everyone enjoyed it, and then everybody was like, "We got to do this again," and it became its own thing. I mean, not to cut you off or anything like that, but just kind of
That's exactly it.
yeah. So I mean, that's where we were left at. You invited us to the next one, which was earlier this year. Like I said, we weren't able to attend it.
Because it's in what, like March or April?
And March.
Normally.
March, yeah. I do remember seeing a text about it. I think your wife had asked me about it or whatnot. But I mean, something like that, I think that's cool. I mean, that's like his own little sport almost. And you see now, like the TV show that come out with Buddy Games, like that right there, that needs to be its own little thing. Especially y'all are doing this on y'all's own.
Have they ever been
thing.
recorded?
No.
What gets me is like y'all are on your own. Y'all are all setting this up between yourselves. There's nobody that's saying like, "Hey, if y'all come up here, we'll do this for y'all." It's literally y'all are coming together as a group of buddies, a group of friends, and y'all are like, "We're doing this shit." And I think that's what inspires
Today's the
me.
day.
Right, and I love that. That's there's no better way to say friendship other than saying, "Hey, we're doing the alpha
Camaraderie.
games."
So Hunter can
Yes.
tell you, I've got some people in my pocket that could help. 100%. I'm sure I could probably talk David, the hype man, Haddon,
Announcer,
into announcing. He's kind of like the new Bruce Buffer or Michael Buffer, whichever one you want to go with. That dude fucking loves to announce, so he could announce each one. So much as that. I'm sure he lives not far from you. And I know you normally stay close to home when you do those, right? But you're fairly close to home.
Within 200 miles.
Within 200 miles. I always thought they were local.
No, within 200 miles. So, like, the first one was done at Grenada Lake. Second one was done at Enid Lake. And the last two were moved over to Grenada Lake, but like a different location.
So you just let us know
about by Oxford.
So just let us know when the next one is and what the accommodations are, like whether we got to still pay something to be able to be there.
Yeah.
I'll go and tell you right now, it's going to be $200. Everything is covered. All of your food, everything is covered. You pay $200 the entire weekend, room and board. Now, how early you get there is whether or not you get a bed by yourself or a bed with somebody else. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
We talking about a bed or we talking about a room here?
Bed.
Wow.
So you have folks sharing a bed.
Sharing a bed.
If there's a queen,
The dicks all meet in the middle.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's,
yeah. So there's.
It doesn't matter how you lay.
Nah.
They all meet in the middle.
Yeah.
we've all been there. I mean, you know,
Yeah, but
We've slept together.
But it doesn't matter.
many of times.
But it doesn't matter because the next day, fucking games happen. Okay, ready, set, go. Now, you don't know. Now, you with not knowing not knowing what is going on. No, y'all don't fucking know what's going on. No, there's a legit game going on. Game. 3, 2, 1, go. As soon as breakfast happens, there's a game going on.
Right. It's already set in motion.
Yeah, it's already set in motion.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Everything is already handled. Now, okay, first off, do you like getting to a place and having a place to sleep? Do you like waking up with another place to sleep? You like that?
Yeah.
In a cabin?
It's all about comfort. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even outdoors.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that the alpha games are fucking different. They're fucking different. All right, so whenever you get there, hey, do you want to smoke a cigar? Yeah, I want to smoke a cigar.
Right.
Go on the back porch, you fucking start smoking your stogie. Everybody goes out there and starts smoking their stogie. Hey, do you like your steak medium rare? No, I like mine medium well. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Medium rare is the only way.
That's the only answer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the way it works.
That's a perfect answer to that. It's like, fuck you.
It is medium rare or below. Like, I could eat a blue steak.
I would rather eat that than cook
do
it.
not well done my steak.
Yeah, I'd rather go under than over.
It better still have some fucking probiotics coming out that motherfucker because it's not blood. It's all the antibiotics and shit they put in the meat.
It's called what is it called?
Don't give me lying.
The red shit that comes out of a steak is called like mycelium.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it's not blood like everyone thinks it is.
No.
That's juice.
Yeah.
That's juice.
It's the shit that they pump into the meat. There's like, oh, there's blood coming out of it. No, there's no blood coming out of it, honey.
It's just the color.
It's just a color that they pumped into it. Trust me. There's no blood vessels.
Nah.
In this strip of sirloin.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, if you were to try something like that, if you were against it, and you were to try it, like, you'd be like, oh shit, that one's got a lot more flavor than this little bit of charcoal I got right here. You know, I mean, I can't stand when people overcook stuff like that. I don't see how they eat it. Like,
So 100%.
Oh, you mean shoe leather?
So
Exactly,
100%, we'll be down to be your media guys if you're cool with us being your media guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure by March of next year, we'll have upgraded that camera again. We'll probably be up to a 4K camera
Well, I'm
at that
going
point.
to tell you right now that
It can run multiple
the
cameras.
Shag. Now there's two guys that have like come up with like the like Alpha Games thing. Two guys. There's me and another man named Caleb Hendricks. And he said, "Hey man, we need to start a squad, like a squad like thing, where it's like 4 men. So there's like 4, 6, 8, whatever.
Like a group, yeah.
Yeah, that like compete into the like Olympics."
Okay.
And he says, so like each member is one member that is like an initiated. Now you're not going to know what an initiated or an uninitiated is. Uninitiated by a bonfire, trust me, it turns out very bad for you. But you get initiated by a bonfire.
Almost makes me think of it like being back in high school or middle school, to where like you're going like to play baseball or whatnot, and you're just kind of standing along the line going, "Hope they pick me. I hope they pick me." Like, you know, being initiated into that group. I'm not sure if that's exactly what you're talking about, but to me, like just what you said, that's what I get.
Yeah, but like both of you, I'm going to tell you right now, both of you are going to have to be initiated.
Yeah.
Even though
No.
we're the media guys.
Doesn't matter. Have you been to the Alpha Games before?
I have not.
You're uninitiated. Now, there's going to be the blooded and then the unproved.
All right. So
There's
That is
the
that
two
is
terms.
Matt M.
what is up?
So you know who Matt M is?
Yes, I do.
So what's up, Matt M? How's it going, bud?
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, that he's working on making a movie.
Really?
He is in the middle of making a movie. He is from Australia, lives in Australia. He got to take a vacation to the U.S. for a month. How's that? Like, who gets to take a month-long vacation?
I barely make it out of state, let alone a city. I mean, you know, it's,
He went out of country.
right. That's what I'm getting at. It's like that's
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy then.
that's one of those tears
can tell
you, man.
I can tell you 3 times that I've been out of country for over a month.
Well, you got. I'm glad you bring that up, because didn't you get stuck in another country during like your honeymoon or something like that? Y'all got stuck,
Oh wow.
Going down to Brazil, yes.
and y'all did not anticipate staying longer. How much longer did y'all have to stay, and why was it because of COVID that y'all got stuck? Was that what it was?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So I went down to Brazil. So this is during COVID, like the big thing of COVID. So we had to take a COVID test to go there. Mine came back negative. I can go finally. By the way, I'm talking fucking finally. My wife had to leave. My wife had to leave before me. Finally, I had to stay at a Airbnb down the street in Miami.
Wow.
Finally. So I got on, went on down there, and then I caught COVID while I was down there. 2 years of COVID here in the United States. Never freaking caught it.
Yep.
Got down there, and they were like, "All right, you got COVID." I'm like, "The fuck?" So, so my wife ended up, because we were only supposed to be there for so long. My wife ended up going back. Like, "Hey, this is the time I'm going back. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you have to stay." I get that.
Yeah.
Get that. Then like I'm sitting there like, "Hey, how long do I have to stay here?" I had to stay there for another 9 days. Thank God that the airport or the air transportation company worked with me. They were like, all right, we'll work with you. We'll get you back to the United States. I'm like, all right, thank God.
Right.
And then during the time, 2 times, I went to go and get a COVID test.
Yeah.
And then her brother, who makes Brazil money, not my money. My money's pretty good. But like, he went there and like paid his money. Like, hey, give him a test. Paid it 3 times, not twice, 3 times. And on the 3rd time, got a yes, he's good. I took that test. I ran to the airport. Hey, I'm good to go.
I got my golden ticket right
Yeah,
here.
I got my golden ticket. Got on a plane and fucking flew back.
Well, you know that COVID, that conspiracy, man. That one,
Dude, fuck COVID.
that is so fucking
Fuck it.
stupid.
And it's like you
Fuck
said,
that.
it was like 2 years after, you really didn't have a whole lot of people just saying, oh, you have COVID now. But after that, that's when they just started blaming everything on COVID. Oh,
everything,
you got COVID.
everything. You
died?
died. You
Oh,
died.
yes.
It was COVID. You died. It was COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You always had
the-
COVID.
Bullshit.
The
Hold
flu-
on,
the
guys.
flu was
Let me go-
gone.
Let me go tell you right now. So, like, everybody famous is now dying.
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of losses. Yeah.
I want to say, who is the famous boxer? Not Ray Lewis.
I'd have to look
Yeah,
that
I'd
up.
have to look it up.
Okay. Ray Lewis just died.
Jerry Lee Lewis just died.
Jerry Lee Lewis just died.
Toby
So we're
Keith died, but
Toby
he
Keith
now he
died.
died of cancer. He had been battling cancer for a long time.
Cancer.
That man looked like shit.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
okay,
rough.
so
I'll be right back.
All right.
Don't keep it up.
all right, so whenever it comes to like soccer
Yeah.
over
All right. You're good.
soccer overseas, like 5 of them went down.
Mhm.
And then LeBron James's son goes down
Yep.
about maybe 2 months ago,
I
practicing with UCLA's team.
Yep.
Okay, you tell me how in the fuck do all these like people who are people who are supposed to be very athletic
Yeah.
start falling down?
It-
Start literally falling down.
And there was a conspiracy on that. It was like you have COVID coming out, and it's big news across everywhere. But then you have all these certain people as like, how did they get it out of just nowhere? It makes you think, is like, was this somehow planned out, like intentional? Like,
It 100% was. It was 100% a planned action.
when I'm not talking about like the whole thing altogether. I'm saying like for certain people, like it's just weird how certain people get this stuff, and you're like, that person.
You know
was
what
fine,
you can bring up?
What's that?
You can bring up the Illuminati. You
I mean,
bring
might
that
as well,
up.
yeah.
Were them motherfuckers killed? Like, were they taken out? Like,
Right.
you were just on a list.
Yeah. I mean, some
Talking
people.
shit. You know?
Yeah, dude, the same thing is, dude, I'm telling you right now, the same thing as Trump. Like, I see it from a million miles away. Like, everything they're doing to, like, everybody else in the world, they're doing to Donald Trump. It's like, dude, we are going to force ourselves upon making that man like nothing. And Donald Trump is the singularity. That's why they're so scared of him. Like, dude, we can't do anything about him unless we make ourselves look bad. And they are fucking making themselves look bad.
They're doing it bad.
throwing every fucking thing they can. They're throwing every. It's like, all right, hey, Jesse, for example, Jesse, I love you to death. How many allegations does Donald Trump have against him? If I said 30, 34.
He's been found guilty on all 34,
All right, so
which is fucking stupid.
all right, never mind. Jesse, I'm gonna switch over. All right, Bronson. Donald Trump has 34 felonies against him. Name one of them.
The only one that I could think of was the tax invasion one, like that comes off of mine, which
Tax evasion?
he knows he had a loophole.
Yeah.
He absolutely had a loophole, and he flat out come out publicly and said what the fucking loophole was.
He told everyone.
He
He
said,
was
"This
like,
is what I do for my taxes."
he said, everyone knows this. This is true.
That's why I'm smart.
So they're fucking him.
Okay, all right, good. 34 felonies. Name one of them.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either. And by the way, the 34 felonies, it's all the same charge. It's all just different checks.
The way they do it, if you want to watch us
He's got a point.
watch it from news stations from outside the yeah
Don't watch from in.
Oh,
you
well,
watch someone like out of state. I mean, out of country.
out of the country.
Yeah.
They do it differently. Us,
fuck yeah.
it's just
No,
straight
no,
up
dude,
dramatized.
If you're talking about what that guy's talking about, no, stop listening to like internal information. The mass media is like
Oh, it's gone.
brainwash.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
100%.
I can't tell
That's
you the
all it
last
is.
time that I actually sat down and watched the news. Like, I just don't do it.
It makes you feel
There's
bad
nothing
about yourself.
positive inside of the news at
Exactly.
all.
It just makes you feel bad.
And it
directs your attention away.
segregates the country. Like the country is probably as segregated as it could possibly be
It's-
right now in 2024. It is as segregated as a motherfucker
Yeah,
right
'cause
now.
Right now, their
Yeah.
goal is to direct your attention to something else once something else is happening. As a result, I don't watch the news.
And
Like, I focus on
everybody
everything
right
else.
now in the world is out for themselves.
Hey, by the way, what did you just say? The country is more segregated now than it was then. What did you say?
The country is more segregated now than it's ever been.
I would actually say that would probably be true.
Like, everyone's in it for themselves. It's a game at this point. Like, everyone's
Yeah.
in it for themselves. There's a finish line somewhere,
Yeah.
and it's nowhere in sight at all. We continue to just let things fucking happen. Old Sleepy Joe fucking falling asleep on Memorial Day during the fucking live stream on Memorial Day. He fucking fell asleep on the goddamn stage.
I really don't see how he's still there. It's like he's not there.
He shit himself on the stage.
Right. I mean,
I'm sorry, whenever the D-Day memorial or whatever, he
Right.
shit himself. He shit himself. I don't give a shit what you say. That motherfucker shit himself.
My big thing with him is you spent 45 years in the Senate. 45 fucking years. And you didn't make a fucking difference then. But let's go ahead and run for fucking president, and you're going to make a difference.
Yeah, but
What bothers me- so-
also, okay, by the way, since we're getting into like politics, I love
He's going to fall
politics.
asleep.
I'm not gonna fall asleep, but yeah, you'll see me like just kind of stay away from certain topics. I'm not really a politics person, but
One of my big
Go
things.
Well, you need to be.
One of
Because everything that we're talking about dictates what you do. Hey, by the way, do you like low gas prices or high gas prices?
the president doesn't control gas prices.
Yeah, he does.
I know. I'm just fucking throwing that out there. That's what you hear so much. Is the president
No,
does
never mind.
not
I'm
control
sorry.
gas
I
prices.
reacted off the gut.
I got a better answer. I don't own a car. Didn't involve me.
Like cooler if you did, and whenever you do,
Yeah, don't have a license.
okay. Do you like high rent prices or low rent prices?
Stay with family.
And they give him the low rent prices. He's gonna.
Explain that to me again.
Like I said, I stay with family. I do pay rent. I pay probably like
Where do
$200.
you live now?
He,
With family.
he lives like Mexicans, which is not a racist thing, but he lives like Mexicans.
I'll get there.
Fucking-
Eventually, I'm gonna get it.
Fucking cancel culture. This is cancel culture right here. This is what we're all about.
Do you buy groceries?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
uses Walmart Go.
All right. Do you like high groceries or low groceries?
It doesn't matter because my paycheck's good enough for me to afford it. If I can't afford
Thing
it,
is,
then I just
thing is, your paycheck really isn't
Do
like
you
it feels
like to buy more with your paycheck or less with your
because
paycheck?
it
I'm
feels
more
like
about
you're
saving.
it feels like your
So
paycheck.
you like to buy more with your paycheck.
It feels
I
like
buy
your
less so I can save more.
it feels like your paycheck is
Ah.
like you can afford.
Okay, no.
You can afford-
this that motherfucker.
So you
All
can
right,
afford
gotcha.
you can afford stuff with your paycheck, but the cost of living is continuing to rise. But the cost, like what we're making, isn't rising. Like we're staying at that like threshold to where like you're spending more than what you were so long ago, but you're still paying the same amount in all of your fucking bills.
Okay, very easy.
Here soon,
Alright, so you're-
here soon, fucking
my
houses
list, too.
are going to start going back to foreclosure because people can't fucking afford them. They done built these $500,000 $1 million houses.
Oh, dude, the
And they're just gonna-
And by the way, the stock market is about to crash because in about maybe I'm not going to say 6, but it's going to be along the lines of 2008 because nobody knows. The people that actually own the money know that the stock market is about to crash because 28% of all of their equity is a rental property from commercial buildings.
Look, we done perked him back up. Like he's good.
he's
You
in on this.
can't
yeah.
tell that he's been drinking all fucking day at this point.
Oh yeah, no, not the.
We hit
not
a certain
this-
topic.
Look,
He was
Mac,
like, I'm ready for
Max,
this.
Max says that you ain't drinking if you don't start at 8 a.m.
Yeah. And by the way, I did.
You can't.
I did.
You can't fucking day drink if you don't first pop the first top when
If
your
you
eyes
ain't
open.
first, you're last.
I was gonna say, is he wrong though?
I tell you, Ricky Bobby.
Is he wrong though? I mean, oh,
All right, so as of right now, you can see the stock market going down. Now, yeah, it goes up and goes down, 2%, 3%, whatever. Now, that's going to be the Dow Jones and then the S&P. But what I'm going to tell you right now, it's about to all go down very shortly. Now, it's not going to be as big as 2008. It's not going to be that big, or like 1927 or 1922, whatever. It's not going to be that big. So
Hold on,
most
did you
of
just
us
say in 1963 this house was $77,000? That would be no, that's incorrect. It was not. It wasn't that high.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the price of this
house is
going
only
to be
worth that, and we overpaid by about 50% on this fucking house. This house is worth like 80, and we paid 120 for this house.
I wouldn't admit
Yeah,
that.
it's worth that now. Well, no, we got a great fucking interest rate, so we got a hell of a deal on the house. Yes, we are overpaying for it, but that's a lot more than most people can say. Have you seen fucking rent prices?
Oh no.
Fucking
No,
this
no, no.
house would
No,
if
hey,
if
by the way,
I
no.
rented this house, it would
Hey, no.
rent out for
That's
two
not what I'm
fucking
saying.
grand, you know?
Is like whenever you bought it. When did you buy it? Like 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, we bought it in 2021.
2021. Perfect timing. Because
Like I said, we got a great fucking interest rate. I mean, we've got a 3% interest rate on our house.
yeah, but now the interest rate on all mortgages is approximately 7.
Yeah,
Dude, y'all got it at the exact right time.
we overpaid, but we're gonna
So-
pay it off a hell of a lot faster than any of these motherfuckers with that 7% interest rate.
Yeah,
and
then-
they're way overpaying for the fucking houses.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, correct.
Like I said, rent. How the fuck? Most places that you rent, they want you to make 3 times the rent price. All right, they want you to make 3 times that amount. How the fuck are these people affording to be able to rent something?
Right.
What the hell? We're in a fucking recession, and they're not even fucking calling it a recession. We're just living every fucking day life.
I mean, you're not wrong there. I mean, that's the truth.
You want to get off of politics, Hunter? You got a question for Max?
Actually, I want to kind of switch it over. So we've been asking you questions. At the beginning, it might have been off cam. You said you had some questions
sir.
for us. Is there anything you would want to ask us? Because you said something about you would hit us, personally with some questions. Is that something that's still active, or is that something that you've done already?
All right. First off, I've already asked you a couple of pretty quick questions.
Yep.
In which I've asked him, and then he's given me the answer. So, Hunter, I'm going to ask you another one.
All right.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah. I'll do my best to answer. That's for the best way I could say it. All truth. I'll give you that.
Will you refill our beer?
But like I said, best way to answer though.
Yeah, we're out. This is the kind of podcast that I like to have right here.
Yeah,
Let's go controversial. Let's throw it out there. Our goal, I can't remember if I've ever told you, but the premise of this podcast is to cancel culture.
Yeah.
I want to fucking try me. Try to cancel me. Let's fucking go. Because my idea is I want to cancel you for trying to cancel me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to
Cancel each other.
Or anything.
Let's
but
cancel each other out.
What he's saying, look at Eminem right now. You have all these new gens trying to cancel him because he wants to go back to his old way. Maybe not for his old album. I do want to say it's going to be that one album that's going to be his old way. And he did one song. He released one song from that album because I do not believe it's going to be a single. I do believe it's going to be part of an album. You have all these new gens that are like, oh my God, can he do this? Like, we should cancel him. And it's like the rest of us that grew up with Eminem's like listening to his music and stuff. Everyone's like, are you serious?
You ain't gonna be able to cancel the man.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna be able to cancel the man.
Exactly. So it's
not
like,
gonna be- it's not gonna happen.
Hell no.
We're
It's
a
crazy.
super
It's
we're a
like-
super fucking small podcast.
yeah.
But if we ever become famous, it's gonna be because we don't give a fuck what we talk about.
Here, a phone. So, I mean, it's crazy with cancel culture because they
I'll be
do
right
want to
back.
just...
I gotta grab another dip.
Yeah. So it's crazy with cancel culture, and that's what I was trying to hit on, was that they just want to come in and change a lot of things.
Hey, by the way, what are you about to ask me?
So my question to you, because he wanted to kind of like go on to the next subject, we really haven't really asked you if you had any questions for us. And it was something that, you said early on that you may have some questions, but I wasn't sure if like you have already asked a couple, because you have asked us questions. So I wasn't sure if you had already hit on some of those questions or if that was something that you already done throughout our topics already. But my point was, if you have any questions from us at this point, I'd like to go ahead and, pretty much fire. And we'll answer the best of our ability, because you're not going to get anything but truth from me. Now, it might not be something that I want to say out publicly or something like that, but...
Oh, well, then it's about to come.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, the only thing we just said was we don't want to involve our, work and jobs and stuff like that in.
Yeah, but that's the big thing is
I mean-
employers nowadays, like if you bring up, they can hold so much fucking against you. It's not even fucking funny.
I mean, we do this as a podcast. This is something
This
that we
is a-
want to grow.
this is a
Nothing that
this
our
is a
job
hobby.
wants to grow. Yeah.
It's a straight up hobby.
Yeah, we're not trying to involve them. But I mean, other than that, yeah, go for it. We'll answer them the best of our ability. Out of me, you're going to get nothing but truth.
Yeah,
Like I said,
Max was telling me he was hungry. She said she put frozen fruit at the bottom.
My girl, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I would have, yeah, there you go.
My girl.
So when we get to the bottom, the fruit should be
yeah,
thawed
that's
out,
it.
and you'll be ready. You'll be ready.
Do we soak some in some beer or some liquor or something like that? That would have been
Look,
perfect. We
once
had some.
it starts thawing out, the ice water off of the fruit, we'll start pouring it off in your beer.
Well, I said we got a bottle of vodka. We could have poured a little bit in there.
We're gonna have we're
It's
gonna
in
have
a
a
bag,
fresh
so we could pour the vodka in a bag. Is what we're getting.
we're gonna have a fresh mixed fruit drink.
All right, so moving back to you, Max. Do you have any questions, and are you ready to go ahead and shoot fire with us?
Well, the way I'm going to do it is, all right. So I've got two dudes that I have to ask questions for.
Yep.
Now all right, Bronson, you're going to be number 2.
All right.
I mean, he has answered
Hunter
a lot of stuff.
It's
so-
going to be number 1.
Is this what me and you were talking about earlier about
No.
Hunter? you know, what me and you talked about Hunter. Last time was focused on me, and
I was only gone for like 10 minutes when I went to use the bathroom before the podcast. How much did y'all talk about me?
oh, dude, we've been talking about you all day.
Apparently,
Dude, we've been texting all day. Yeah, of course, you weren't on the group. You took him out of the group chat.
There's a group chat?
You took him out of the group chat.
You weren't in the group chat?
Did you redo the group chat?
I thought you were in the group chat.
Are you labeled as drunk too in the group chat?
He is drunk. He's drunk too in my phone.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Like you know how you could add business.
Jesus
you know how you
Christ.
could add business. It's two
you had
drunks.
one goddamn job, and that was just to pay attention.
So
You're never too broke to pay attention.
So what am I? Am I just the
Jesus
audio guy now?
fucking Christ, this
Do you
motherfucker.
see why I gave you a shirt,
Dude,
Do you see why I gave you a shirt?
You know what?
That
I
is
should've
my
worn it.
shirt.
Do you see why I gave you a
That's
shirt?
my shirt.
He's
Yeah,
not
I have to give him the shirt off my back for him to even
What the-
make a sense.
He's taking my shirt off my
He's
back.
a better host.
Jesus,
He's a better
Jesus,
host.
motherfucker.
So what am I? I'm just the audio guy now.
Yeah, you're just an audio guy. Like
You're just
Wow.
a bitch goddamn. All you have to do is
you
just
know what?
like,
Next
all you need to do is
next
just
bucket.
like the audio.
Next bucket, you go refill it. Like you're audio and beer guy.
I already refilled the first one.
You're audio and beer guy. Now our producer back there, like you just sit there and look pretty. That's what producers do.
I refilled the first one.
You have to fill it twice now. What
Fuck
the
that.
fuck are you talking
I'm
about?
just saying
Like,
you're.
oh,
The
I'm
new
too
drunk
good.
too can do
You're,
it.
you're straight. No, not the new drunk two is held to a higher standard than the audio
Oh,
guy.
hey, by the way, guys. Hey, so, you want to hear something? Now, did I tell y'all about M82 last time?
Yeah, you've already told us today.
About the
Told us it
space
was the beginning of
holiday.
the podcast. You drunk fuck.
At least I
and
show
by
up
the way,
ready.
Hey, did you know that on Uranus?
Now we're talking about my anus.
Yeah, we're talking about Uranus.
Yeah, there's a mound hill on it.
It can be bumpy at times.
It rains diamonds.
No, it just bleeds hemorrhoids.
Yeah, but it rains diamonds until then.
All right, let's start with the fucking questions you got. Shoot them over to Hunter. What you
Yeah,
got?
What you got?
All right, you motherfucker.
He's at the end of this, he's gonna accept
All
the
right,
fact that he's not
so-
drunk number 2 anymore.
In Toy Story, which was your favorite character? You had Woody, you had, of course, Buzz Lightyear, and then you had all the other characters. And I know for a fact that you're young enough to know all of them. Which one would be your favorite character?
Mr. Potato Head. So
Wow.
Mr. Potato Head had a lot of responsibilities. He had to deal with Mrs. Potato Head, and not only that, he was able
He
to
didn't
take,
have a deal with Mrs. Potato Head in the first Toy Story. Mrs. Potato Head didn't come into the Toy Story series until Toy Story 2.
I did not say the very first Toy Story.
He
said-
asked about specifically the first Toy Story.
I thought he said Toy Story.
That's exactly what I asked about.
All right. So you want me to change my answer or change that perspective on it?
It's not really changing an answer. It's giving
Yeah,
you
that's
the
what I'm
correct
saying.
answer.
because in the first Toy Story, Mr. Potato Head like took his lips off and kissed his ass.
Because it
Yeah.
wasn't until the very end that Miss Potato Head came around. They
Decoy
announced
also
it.
says that you're very gassy. Talking about you. Like that's part of the reason we're getting rid of you.
So you like sucking dick? That's fine.
Only for Coke.
It's only for
Oh,
Coke.
okay. Hey, by the way, you want to get
You
some?
got some? Now,
Our mics are so good they picked up all of that.
so Mr. Potato Head, he was one of those ones that he can literally just pop out body parts. You've seen it throughout the whole Toy Story series. No one else can do that. Like Woody and stuff, like he ripped like fabric and stuff like that because he was made of a fabric, like certain parts. Like
That
he was
still
damaged.
wasn't until the second one.
No,
No, it was the second one that he broke. That he got broke.
he broke. But the first one, he did damage himself as well.
No, it didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he
did.
didn't. I've watched it about 10 times a day with my 2-year-old.
There's a difference between
That's his favorite movie.
there's a difference between saying like it was a. My point is, there's a difference between saying like it was something that had to get fixed. Second one, yeah, you had me there. He had to get it fixed. But the first one, he did take damage, though.
What are you doing to us?
The first one, though, he
Hey,
had
will
it.
you get an ashtray?
I'm not giving you Coke, man.
Oh man, hopefully not.
So they all take damage is my point. Second one, of course, you did see Woody do take a lot of damage where he has to have it be fixed. The first one, he did take damage, not enough for they just said, hey, we got to fix him.
Love how he keeps saying takes damage like they were fucking fighting in Toy Story. Like, we're just backyard. What Toy Story did you
Okay, my
watch? Which
bad.
one did you bootleg?
I've watched the same ones because I have them on the same service you have. One of them says that he got hurt. Is that better for you?
All right, Disney Plus does sponsor this video. No.
Yeah.
I
All right, so-
wish.
It is.
So, Mr. Potato Head, I've never seen
Just
him.
bringing you an ashtray, so you're good.
So, Mr. Potato, I've never really seen him get hurt, is my point. I've seen Buzz. I've seen Woody. I've seen, Slinky? Slinky even had a point to where he was stretched too far.
Yeah, dude. What do you think about like when it comes to a Slinky?
Oh,
Ace Ventura.
and Hunter, he says
Whatever.
you can hold a barrel of monkeys in your anus. How did Steve know that?
Not anymore. Did you tell him about that before?
Maybe there's that
Pretty
one
sure I
time.
shove one up there if you want. Like,
I don't
by
do
the
that.
way, just relax.
I don't do that anymore, you know?
Yeah, no more.
Golly, hey, stop fucking farting, you gassy motherfucker!
When it comes out, it just comes
You're
out.
nervous. Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous. You're the one that gets the shakes before we do the
Apparently
podcast.
you're nervous.
Was it you had 3 shakes shakes for 3 different podcasts?
You start going big, and you're like,
We
man,
went out to
you get
the
nervous.
SCFC.
You get
and
nervous.
He was shaking. He had to literally take a shot. I took a shot out of guilt with him. I was like, I'll do a shot. What you want to?
You get nervous. Do you not get nervous in fights? Or do you not get nervous like in big events? And you're like, man, this could make me or break me.
He gets the butterflies.
Why are you changing the topic? You still haven't
You
answered
try to
his
say I'm the
You still
nervous
haven't answered
one.
his fucking question. What's your
did.
favorite? Okay, so you went with
Thank you.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, get it right.
All right, so you went with Mr. Potato Head.
You get a. That's a big
got a-
asterisk.
Yeah, you got a dog bowl. You should have brought the old Miss one in from
All right,
outside.
So is it the same question to him as well? Is this how we're going, like me first, then him second? Or is it a different question altogether?
Yeah, well,
You're getting ashes on my new table. I don't ever let hardly anyone smoke in my house.
now I apologize.
You're good.
Now, whenever it comes to fighting, now it really comes down to like what's going down. So like, I was like, hey, I have to fight both of these guys. That battle plan is going down very shortly in different thing. Like, dude, my best thing is a right hand right over to him. And then I'm going to deal with you. So it's going to be bam. Then I'm coming after you. But like, whenever we're talking about somebody that like wants to like pop up at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. Personally, I'm the one that's like, I really don't care about that.
I think you misunderstood the question, Hunter.
It's like,
I misunderstood it. Yeah,
No, I think he misunderstood the
Oh.
question, Hunter. Hunter was asking you.
no, he was working on his next question.
Oh, you work. Okay, so
Yeah, he's
you're
building
working
up to
on.
it.
You're building
So
up on your next question.
I'd asked him if he was going to ask you the same question. He said, I'm going to continue on you. And he
Oh,
was
okay.
working.
yeah. So like if the fight was happening amongst us,
Right.
I knew that like, hey, there's going to be some violence that's going to have to happen between him and me.
Right. Shit's about to happen.
Yeah, and her. Well, she is not. It's not a fucking like thing to me.
Yeah.
I have to worry about you two guys. So it's going to be you two guys that I have to worry about. So the first thing I'm going to do,
Oh,
Take him
man,
off
I
the chair.
had to stretch.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going.
He's
after
getting the bar stool out from underneath me.
Yeah, that's a long way down for you, man.
So I'm gonna go after the first guy first.
My feet touch the ground.
You're mama.
I'm tiptoeing.
I heard.
on one foot.
It trips me out.
I'm tiptoeing one
I heard-
foot.
My feet are already on the ground.
I have to. I have mine like resting
So
right now. But yeah.
Hunter thought that was going to be the short stool when we went and bought that one because the table came with two stools. We got an in-person guest, and I was like, well, me and Hunter were like, well, we got to go get a stool, and he's like, that one's going to be a lot smaller. And then we brought it, and they're actually pretty even. So,
I think yours
and you
might
got
have been just a
the
inch
cushion.
down.
You keep seeing me get off the stool and shit because my ass hurts.
I knew that's why you got off. I was gonna bring it up, but yeah, I was like, yeah, that's the reason why he's getting off. So we keep interrupting you. We'll go ahead and allow you to go back.
Let's move on with questions.
Well, no.
If
He ain't even asked you a question
if I was to fight y'all two,
Okay.
if I was, I understand the woman is like
Of course, it's between
Good.
us three. Yeah,
it's between us two, or no, it's two. For
Well,
me, it's two.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna do.
Maybe you're an
I'm going-
ass. I don't think you can say that. Moderate yourself out of my chat.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow
The
it.
fuck?
All right. So you have to fight us.
Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do, I have to negligate the biggest threat
Yeah, that's me.
to him.
And he's gonna poke my
He
good eye.
weighs more.
He's gonna fuck
I'll take
you.
offense by that. Yeah.
Fuck
He
you.
weighs more, and he's more.
He
and
does?
Most likely, he has the. No, he doesn't have one today.
Yeah,
He's
he-
not carrying it.
Oh, yeah, he hadn't.
I don't. I haven't carried in a minute. I
So
can go
that-
grab one if you want me
That
to.
would be the thing for the day. So like, I'm gonna. If I have,
We're trying to keep balance out of our podcast. Damn, don't you know?
I mean,
Shit.
the last one he was in, we were talking about fighting and shit. So
It's 2024. Like we're fucking snowflakes.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah. Hey, by the way,
No-
all you snowflakes,
no one admits
you are
that.
snowflakes.
That's what gets
No
us.
one-
I'm gonna go and tell you right now, you're fucking snowflakes. Y'all are pieces of. I ain't even gonna say pieces of shit. You can't do anything. You're not peaceful.
keyboard warrior.
You're harmless. You're not peaceful. You're harmless. And the reason why you're harmless is because you're not capable of great violence. These guys, in which I stand with,
We're doing the standing thing. Hold on.
yeah. I'm gonna just say I'm doing the same thing. Everybody knows
Camera's over there.
that I'm
I
capable
forgot where the camera was.
You're looking at me. I was like,
I forgot where the
of great
camera was.
violence.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Forgetting where the fucking camera is. It's not my normal. I haven't hardly looked at the camera all night.
So go for it, guys, if you want to. That's all I'm saying.
So what's Hunter's next? Are you asking Hunter a question or you're going to ask me a question?
we started on one, but yeah, I don't know if we ever got there.
No, okay.
Are you
Number
going back
one.
and forth?
No, I'm going to go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go with you, and then I'm going to go with Hunter.
Yep.
You, what do you think about the Second Amendment?
Well, the Second Amendment.
Oh,
Here-
and Hunter, yours is going to be a lot harder.
So the Second Amendment, from a federal level, like they need to keep their business out of it. That needs to stay stateside. Love the state that I live in. We're definitely pro Second Amendment in Mississippi and the states surrounding us. So Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, all open carry states. You don't even have to have a permit. Like we can duke it out, just like you used to in the Wild West. There's repercussions now.
Bad things happen.
for those
if you-
actions.
Bad things happen if you do
But
this.
I'm sure that if I was at Walmart and somebody was trying to rob Walmart, that you'd be thankful that I was carrying at the end of the day, because I could potentially lay my life on the line and save lives by taking the shooter out, potentially. So, like I said, from a federal level, they need to keep their noses where.
What do
where
you
it
think
belongs.
about like keeping somebody there at gunpoint if they did not have a gun?
How the fuck do you keep someone at gun? Are we talking like paper bag over hand
No, no.
type shit?
He's saying like if you were to protect somebody, like say what you're just talking about, you're going to protect, but they do not have a gun. How does it look with you having a gun and them not having one? Like what would the police?
So
Like
I
if
mean-
police walked in, like what would they think? Like they see you with a gun and not him.
So I mean, I'm gonna protect my own, and what happens happens, and that's a choice that I make at the end of the day. You know, I've only had to pull my pistol twice. One of them was
Right, and Jesse popped off to protect you. You say he times. 2 times that he pulled his pistol to protect you. Tell me the stories.
so.
First off, I'm listening to you.
we got past Mike, so
Mike won't be able to hear you.
I was like, you at least
So
have
you're
to
gonna
pass
have to pass
Mike.
it off to her.
All right, so this is your story of him protecting you with his gun.
So from my perspective,
Yep. Like
So-
what happens is what we're trying to get. What's the story that you know of?
babe, which one do you want me to tell first?
I mean, you
Horn Lake House?
tell the Buffalo Wild Wings one first. Go in order.
Okay, so we were
So as of right now, it's been two instances.
yes.
This man has protected you with a gun.
Yes.
One at Buffalo Wild Wings
Yes.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
and one at the Horn Lake House.
Yes.
All right. Tell the stories,
Okay, so
both of them.
So we were at Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, we went on date night and we were going home. Well, as we were walking to the car, you know, it was getting dark. What'd he say?
So he basically just said there was no dogs around.
No dog. I didn't say anything about dogs. Said it was
Right now,
getting
we're
dark.
listening to you.
Okay, anyway.
Yes.
So, we were on our way to the car, and we had gotten to the car, and this random guy just popped up from in front of the car, like he was ducked down behind the in front of the vehicles. And we got to the car, and he popped up, and when he did, he startled us. Well, I was on the passenger side, and Bronson was on the driver's side. You know, we weren't quite to the car yet. We were at the back of the car. Well, as soon as he popped up, Bronson was like, babe, get behind me. So I get behind him and everything. And the guy was like, hey, man, I need a ride. And he was like, okay, where? He said, Como. He said, no, man, we ain't taking you to Como. He said, yes, you are, and started moving closer to the car. Well, as I go around the car to pull the door open to get in the car, the guy moves further to my side. And Bron said, man, step back. He said, we're not taking you anywhere. Well, the man said, yes, you are. And he tells me to get into the car as the guy's coming around to my side to get in the car. And he ends up pulling his gun after telling this man 3 times to get away from the car and to get away from me. He ends up pulling his gun. The guy throws his hands up and walks away.
So the guy was like, you can't pull your gun on me. And I was like, in the state of Mississippi, I was like, you stay on that fucking property line and we'll talk about it. Because I
This was
guarantee
at-
you what's going to happen is I'm going to drag your ass into the fucking house.
Hey, this was at Buffalo Wild Wings. I haven't told that
Oh,
story
you
yet.
haven't told that house.
No, I have not told that story yet.
Buffalo Wild Wings, yeah, he had asked for the ride and all that good
Yeah,
shit.
and you had told him 3 times we're not giving him a ride, and he kept getting closer to the car, and you ended up pulling your gun because he got
No,
too
not
close to
today.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe yesterday, but not today.
And then the Horn Lake House, this guy who claims that he knew my mom.
No, this will be the second time.
This is the second time, yes. So
First
this
time is outside of Buffalo Wild Wings.
correct
In South Haven, yeah.
in South Haven, yes.
The second time was at our house in Horn Lake when we lived across from Corey. If you remember that. First time we ever met was at Corey's house and I threw up on the door. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so anyway, so this guy comes to the house, claims that he knew my mom. Okay. Well, this guy was out in, he was out at the street. Well, at first he was in the yard. and he was telling me that I was going to give him a ride somewhere. I can't remember where we were going, in his truck, in Bronson's truck.
Like, remember that yellow canary truck that I had? That canary yellow truck?
The single cab truck. So anyway,
Bad motherfucker. That was a bad truck.
So I did not feel comfortable taking him anywhere. Bronson did not feel comfortable with me taking him anywhere. It was a very sketchy situation because the guy kept trying to put his hands on me. So here, I got it. So as I was going back into the house, the guy kept getting closer, and I kept telling him no, and he kept telling me yes. Well, he ends up coming out after hearing the argument out in the front yard. And of course, you know, instinct is he went and grabbed his gun. I actually had both guns on me. I was carrying two pistols. I had the Ruger LC9 on me, and I had the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard on me at the same time.
Fuck him.
So I walked out of the house.
Hold on,
hear
Max, hold on.
I'm asleep, and my woman is.
I got a story about that too.
I'm asleep. A woman's awake, and then something's happening to my woman, and then she comes and gets me.
She never came and got me.
No, I never came and got him. He was in the living room and heard all of this going on, and he grabbed the guns and immediately come outside and stepped in front of me.
So I come outside, and I tell the dude, I was like, I'm giving you 5 seconds to get the fuck off my property.
He said, she told you no.
And he was like, I'm not going anywhere. And I was like, I will fucking shoot you. And I pulled the fucking gun. I was like, I don't pull a gun unless I mean to fucking use it. I was like, so
do you want to get out of the fucking
I was like,
way?
You're in the line of fucking sight. You got 5 seconds to get off my goddamn property. And he was like, I'm not going.
You pulled first.
I pulled my gun, and I was like, get the fuck off my property. Like, we're not gonna fucking continue. You're not gonna sit here and get aggressive with my wife. It's not gonna fucking happen. I'm not gonna allow it.
Hell no.
And
not my wife. You can do it with that one, the other one, but not that one.
So
yeah,
I was like, get the fuck off my property. And he was like,
that one's mine.
He was like, I'm calling.
Yeah, pretty much.
He goes, I'm calling.
When it comes to wife is wife.
So he sits there and he says, I'm calling Horn Lake Police Department.
You didn't say that.
He said, I'm calling Horn Lake Police Department. You just pulled your fucking gun on me. And I was like, you do what you fucking got to do. But I guarantee you step any closer on this fucking property line,
you can be dead.
You're going to be dead. And then me and Horn Lake Police Department will talk about it when they get here.
Because the man was trying to put his
you were there
hands on me
that day.
No, it was my sister.
You had told me about it, but I mean, it was one of those things like you're gonna protect your own, like especially if you're your family. I mean,
so like you're on my fucking property, and like I said, the way it works, I'll drag your fucking ass in my house and say you fucking broke in. Like that's the way that bullshit works.
I'm going to tell you right now. And by the way, now I live out in the middle of nowhere, so every time I hear on my door, I know.
That's abnormal.
It's an outlander. It's an outlander. It's an
alien.
Abnormal. Like, hold on. Somebody knocked on my door?
Anyone actually knows Max Martin, you can just walk into his house.
Yes. Yes. You just walk in.
You just walk in. Like, knocking throws him completely the fuck off. Yeah. He's like,
knocking does.
Fuck.
But like,
are you thinking?
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is that like everybody that I know just walks in. It's just automatic. Hey, here you go. Hey, Max. Oh, cool. Put your charcoal over there, or whatever it is. But if somebody says it stays outside, nah.
Right. 100%. Like I don't know them.
Thank you for the commentary, Jess. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling the stories.
So, whenever somebody comes to my house and they knock,
you already know.
I do all my preparations first, but I have a firearm, and then I put the firearm to the top left of the opening door, and I've got my finger on the trigger.
Right.
Hello, how are you doing? Oh, we're with FedEx. Is this 60165? No, this is 10161. 60165B is going to be down there. I've already got my handgun. I'm ready, dude.
This day and
Right.
age, you don't fucking know who the fuck's coming to your door.
No.
Like, you just don't.
No.
You know, I leave the windows rolled down, keys in the fucking top. I just wish someone would fucking steal it. Like, and so far it hasn't happened. I just don't understand why. I want the motherfucker. And for insurance purposes, I don't do that. For insurance purposes, so
No.
our insurance company, don't go back and watch this video. It's at exactly 2 hours 45 minutes. Don't go back and watch this video and see that I'm talking about that. But anyways, let's move on from this conversation. You said you had a hard question for Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hard question.
That's what you said. You said I got a hard one for
You
Hunter. Yours is
did.
going to be even harder than mine.
What is the longest snake in the world?
Oh, are we doing trivia night on
That's
Two Drunks
what
in a
I
Bottle?
feel like, I don't know.
Can he
maybe
ask
a
a-
python?
Can he ask a friend?
Did you want trivia or did you want like another question? Which one did you want? Did you want a trivia question or did you want?
No, we just had questions that you wanted to ask us. So it's based on what you want to ask us. So
Are
I'll
you
give
just asking
that.
us random questions?
But-
You know what?
Do you want me to answer that one since you asked it? Or?
No, actually, no. I'm
Okay.
gonna train it.
Do you actually know the longest snake in the world?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with snakes. So
Do you
I'll-
actually know the answer to that?
Burmese python, or it's going to be.
I would have went between
No, no, no,
anaconda
no,
or Burmese
by
python.
the way, no, it just got changed. It's going to be like the eastern something anaconda.
So it wasn't anaconda. Okay.
See, I was gonna go with
it's,
python.
it's going to be an anaconda.
them fucking.
It's gonna be an anaconda.
Them constrictors, whether it's boa or
Yeah.
anaconda, like anything with constrictor, them
dude.
motherfuckers are large.
So,
Have you watched?
Joe Rogan.
Have you watched the new Swamp People? Like they do the snake thing now, to where they're going out to the Everglades and they're catching fucking anacondas and shit out in the
I haven't checked
Everglades.
that out.
Because the Everglades, that's like just somewhere that fucking people just throw shit out.
Right.
Like, I don't want this pet no more. Whether it's a fucking alligator or fucking snake. But they've caught some fucking monsters out there. And them snakes are aggressive as fuck. And them dudes are getting bit by them. Like, can you imagine getting bit by that motherfucker?
That's something you gotta watch out for.
Them big old fucking snakes.
Are you talking about the pythons?
Yeah, maybe it was python. Maybe it's pythons. I know you got the ball pythons. You got the boa constrictors, which is a python, and you have
Burmese python.
anacondas.
And anacondas. Yeah.
Yeah, because anacondas and pythons are close. People get them and they just let them go.
They're not okay. So Burmese pythons. First off, there's going to be the black and the yellow, and then there's going to be the anacondas.
Hey.
What is going on, Hammy Games?
Yeah,
We
what
are
up?
not set up for a Discord call, so I'm not going to bug you to come into the live stream tonight. But I said that I was going to talk to Steve after this. Now that I know you're available, I may talk to both of you. We've got another episode coming up here soon.
In the works.
So I'll get with you here in hopefully the next 30 minutes. We'll try to wrap this up in 30 minutes. Not trying to run you off, Max.
No. So I do want to get with the question thing, just so we don't go too far off on this whole snake topic. You wanted to change your question off the snakes. I will say I was thinking of python. That's pretty much what I don't know if I actually said it on the mic. I don't know if it picked up, but that's what I was going to go with was a python. But what was your actual question that you were going to change it to?
I don't know. I had like two fun questions. One for him, which I already asked, and then like one for you. And then if you want to talk about like fun questions,
Do you have anything podcast related for us that you'd like to ask?
Maybe something like how we're doing things now that it was different back then, or just podcast related to where maybe you see us in the future or ask us what we might upgrade next. I mean,
We've been doing this for 8 months now.
yeah. So we try to get a lot of guest feedback of like, how was your time here? What do you think we should do next? You know, something like that.
But
Okay,
do you have any of those
okay.
kinds of questions for us?
whenever it comes down, how hard is it to like figure out how to like ask questions for somebody else?
So
No, whenever you're like being a
Host?
you know, like a host,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure like it has to come down to be pretty hard.
So yeah, 100%. It depends on the person. So like with you, you know, we have been friends for a while now. So it's like I know kind of certain topics I can hit on. The first podcast we did, I did bring up the alpha games. I did want you to kind of elaborate on that for our audience.
We're coming up on 10 years of friendship with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, we've known you for a minute.
so I mean,
Still not come to the still not coming to the alpha games.
Oh, we're going to, but we're just going to be your media guys.
Oh, you're coming next year.
To be your media guys.
I
But
think
you know what? Hey, by the way, we don't have anybody to like film.
Yeah, we already talked about this.
That's what we're saying, like, we'll
we're going
come
to be
and
your
film.
media guys. We're going to film. We're going to commentate every single event.
Yeah, no.
but I mean, we know we
If
got
you're going to
to
come and film, you're still going to have to be a part of it.
We'll try. We'll try because it's going to be
There ain't
hard.
no try.
One of us has to be a cameraman. The other one has to be the commentator. If we don't set up and
I mean, if we do,
anyways,
what we're getting at is like someone has to commentate, like for us. Like if we were to do something, like someone would have to be on, and they would have to commentate and take our
well,
spot.
that's not two drunks at that point. though.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like it's hard to do.
So, kind of feed off of you a little bit, Hunter. Like with the guest thing, we've had guests that literally want to have all the questions that we're going to ask written down,
yes,
and we've done it. That's not how we normally roll. We like to do the same format every single time.
Yeah.
To where we do the drunken stories, and then me and Hunter are off the bat just thinking of fucking questions. We get a little bit of we talk to each of our guests beforehand, get to know them a little bit,
yeah.
just so that we know like a little bit of a background, and then get to ask questions off of that. So questions I feel like questions haven't ever been a hard situation. I've never
No.
been stumped on like a question to ask because I feel like once the mics are on and the camera's rolling, we know our job. Like our job is going to be fulfilled every single time, and we complete our job every single time we go live.
I mean, it's the best way to put it is like with this one, we did not know what we would be talking about. We literally said, "Hey, we'll ask about."
You kept asking, like, what are we going to talk about?
Well,
and I
I
kept
mean-
telling you, I don't know.
It's something different. Like so, especially with this one, is because we normally have a bottle. We normally say, "This is what we're going to talk about." Is this bottle here? So when we changed over to Bud Light, it was like, what are we going to be talking about? Is drunken stories is what we always bring up. That's going to be our topic every time. But it's like we just kind of come up with our conversation. We ask around like, hey, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? We kind of pass it around. We try to at least. And then it's like if a topic hits, you kind of know. Like he's talking on it, I'm talking on it. We'll talk on it for a good 10 minutes. If it's one of those topics where it doesn't really catch too much, we'll just kind of move on. Now we are starting with like the SEFC. We are talking about moving into like with them and trying to do a little bit more videos and stuff with them, like with fighters and stuff. It's not like a direction that we're just heading like with the whole podcast itself. It's just something that we are trying out, just see like where it leads us to.
This is our roots right here.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So being able to talk to you individually as a person, that's our goal. It's just to be able to talk to just fucking random people. I don't give a fuck who it is. I met a guy at a bar last night and tried to put him on the schedule, and he was supposed to show up, but he had like some super fucking controversial shit that he wanted to talk about. And then I got to looking into the guy, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. It was almost to a point I don't want to talk to you.
It's a risky
As
situation.
long as we left out your controversial shit. Because like his was super fucking like looking up the story, and I'll tell you off camera who he was, and you can look him up. I'll put it this way:
It was risky.
I'll let people look it up. Look up Taserface. That's the way I'm going to put it. Look up Taserface, because that's his nickname.
Yeah.
And reading into it and getting to, because he had told us, he was like, just research me and we'll talk about it. And then we got to researching it, and I was like,
And it's not a sample.
this isn't a good fit for two drunks. It just wasn't a good fit for two drunks.
Really, what even that? It was more so like we probably shouldn't allow someone like to tell that type of story on us. It's really a risky road for us and them as well. So
It
it's
gets
like,
us involved in his situation.
I mean, I wouldn't
and-
even get there to that point. It's just more like it's a risky story to tell. So like, if that person
I'll
was
explain
going
it
to
to
tell,
you when we're off camera.
yeah,
Um,
our
Because I'm not understanding anything you're saying.
yeah. So like,
So like y'all are saying a whole bunch of things like, hey, you shouldn't like whatever it is. Like I don't want to explain
Right.
another guy's
so I'll put it this way. This is probably the easiest way I can say it.
another guy's explanation.
So the easiest way I can say it without saying too much on camera is that our podcast, we always look to have fun. Whatever guests we have, we look to have fun within us. It's not for our viewers. It's just everybody here having a good time. With the story that was going to be involved with that podcast, it was going to be different. It was going to be more so of them telling their story. It wasn't going to be us having fun. Now, it would be like maybe a little bits here and there, but it was mainly about that story. And that's not something we normally do. Like with you, when you came on, we talked about the Alpha games. We had fun. I'm supposing that's why you're back now is because you had fun the last one. So you come back this one.
Yeah.
We're working on maybe grabbing a couple more people that have come on in the past, come back again because we've had fun with those people as well. And it's just something that it's hard to bring in new people when they have a certain story that they want to hit. Because normally it's at random. When you come on, we don't really have a talk list unless you request it. And it's made because we want to just talk about anything. We want to be able to say, hey, what was your day up to? He started talking, and then you elaborate on it, and then that right there, that becomes a topic. And
yeah, dude. Glad you looked it up. Yeah, it was fucked.
yeah,
Dude,
it's a rough one.
there's more to it than just that. I'll tell you about that later, Amy.
So we really just don't want to have a story that's going to pretty much put us down. Like, it's something a bad story.
I think you would agree, like, as a businessman, like, we made a business decision
Yeah.
together to say, like, it wasn't a good fit.
Yeah. Again, that's our podcast, is to have fun. We want to enjoy it. We don't want to just kind of put a depressing moment or whatever it may be down on that. We want to have fun, and that's what we're here for.
Do you have any more questions for us?
Yeah, okay. You, Bronson, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Like, besides this podcast, what are you doing?
So, I mean, I work at 9 to 5. It's not really.
Shit, I'm right there with you.
It's not really at 9 to 5, but I work at 9 to 5 pretty much. I'm full
Same
time.
question's coming to you next.
I'm full time. Enjoy what I do. Is that mic going dead?
It could be.
Uh,
I see yours is going the same way, but yeah, so
I enjoy what I do. So it's not really like going to work every morning. I wake up and I enjoy what I do. This is like my side thing. Outside of that, I do a couple things with gaming.
What are your hours? What are your like?
So my actual hours, 7 to 3:30.
3:30. Okay.
So
And mine are 8 to 6.
so I can pretty much divulge and tell you that like I'm in the medical manufacturing field.
Motherfucker, did you say the word divulge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He can tell you. I use some.
He used the word divulge.
He can tell you. I use some. I use big words when it comes to the podcast.
He has that one.
Polysyllabic is the
Like,
word.
He has that one calendar where it's like words.
So,
of the month,
so
you know?
look, like I can tell you right now, I'm not inebriated.
Yeah, I am.
I'm banned from using the word inebriated.
If you know, you know.
There's certain people that know I'm not supposed to say inebriated, and they're like, and when I'm drunk, saying inebriated, they're like, you
all
say
you
that
hear.
fucking word so fucking clear when you're drunk as fucking. You are inebriated. You're absolutely fucking inebriated, and you're a fucking idiot at the same time. Like I just don't fucking get it.
It's like that's the only word you would say clear. Every other word is like,
Yeah, it's just fucking slurred.
right.
So Hunter, I think he said he had the same question for you. What are you doing?
If you're ready to move on,
Yeah.
Okay. So with mine is I will say anywhere between a 6 to a 4, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Job. My schedule kind of goes back and forth, but that would be the range that would come through.
Decoy NDA, LL, that he's one of them
Yeah.
that like
Yeah,
banned
he-
me from saying inebriated.
Like I said, if you know, you
him
know.
and Hammy Games both are like, the fuck is this drunk motherfucker doing? He can say this word clear as fucking day. What the fuck
So-
is this guy doing?
So with me, like I do work a 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. job. It's not those that set time, but it's anywhere within that range because my schedule does change. I do work a retail job. It's more focusing on visuals aspects to where I do signs. I do different things like anything for the customers to see that kind of like pop out to them. I also do like the truck work. I do like back in the back of the house stuff. If we get inventory coming in on the truck, I'll unload all that. Also, I turn around and I load new stuff back in to send back to corporate, to where it could be empty boxes, it could be plastic that we get off of trucks. It's just anything that could deal with anything like recycling, but was. My main focus though is the visual aspect. I'll do signs. I'll do sometimes like mannequins and stuff. Like I say, anything that kind of pops out to the customer.
You said mannequins.
Mannequins, yes. I can't
So
leave
you-
that out.
He gets to see boobies.
Yeah, all the time. Some are plus, some are regular size. And you know how it goes.
So if
So like sometimes, whenever comes time, you have to make the mannequins.
I get to dress the mannequins, yes.
You have to dress them.
That's how I'd put it, yeah.
not to rush it, but are you ready for the final question?
Oh man, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, so our final question is always the same question. We've asked you this before, but we're gonna ask you again. If your answer is still the same, it is what it is. What is your most current favorite video game and why? And if you don't game, you can say you don't game, and we will give you a different question.
Exactly,
Hey, by the
Decoy.
way, I
exactly.
gotta take this.
Sorry, say that one more time just because I was talking over you.
Oh, get
So,
take this.
so you want to go on a brief intermission real quick?
Yeah, brief intermission.
That's fine. You go ahead and you hit the door, and me and Hunter are actually not going to go on an intermission. I'm going to do some shout outs.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
We did talk about this as reaching out to everybody that's helped us so far. So yeah, go ahead.
So, without our viewers and stuff, Two Drunks wouldn't be here. We've got Hammy Games. But I guess I need to put the fuck back down.
Yeah.
Thank you to Hammy Games. You're one of our biggest supporters. I
Yes.
appreciate everything that you do. You've given us some great business ideas and things of that nature. Shout out to SEFC,
Yes.
aka Danny Shell as well.
Huge support.
That dude right there, man, I tell you.
He gave us our biggest area to go to. Like we were able to go to one of his bars now and be able to just to hang out and have fun.
Getting the opportunity to be able to record fights and commentate them, fucking amazing. You're the reason we updated our equipment
Yes.
and got a new camera. We're actually getting to record in HD and not just off of a fucking webcam sitting in 720.
Danny, if you get a chance to watch this, thank you.
So thank you to SEFC. Thank you to Danny Shell. Shout out to David Hype Man Haddon. Like every single time, I'm gonna hype that one up.
Yes.
Thank you to David Hype Man Haddon.
Hell yeah.
So
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, bud. Like you introduced us to that world.
We wouldn't be able to do SCFC without it.
We look
without you.
forward to getting to be a part of that operation crew and getting to do those things. Shout out to SAFR. That's part of Hammy Games. Shout out to SAFR for all the work they've done with us and being able to help lead a community that I hold dear to my heart. Thank you to that community. Hope to continue to see you guys grow. I know I don't do as many live streams when it comes to 5M and stuff like that anymore. Like this is my main focus, but
Also, thank you to any of the moderators that are on our YouTube stream right now. Appreciate you because you add links, you watch out for our comments, you do it all. I appreciate that.
Anything that I ask for, our moderators are for sure there. So shout out to Decoy NDA, shout out to Jess, shout out to Hammy Games again. Like that man, I tell you.
Yeah.
He's probably sitting at home right now and is like, fuck.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm gonna watch fuck two drunks in a bottle.
Right.
We
owe a lot of thanks to everybody out there. I mean,
all
especially
of our moderators are great.
Yes.
Even South Coast Ace, he's still a moderator for the YouTube.
Y'all do a lot more than we know.
He's not around as often, but our entire moderator team, you guys are awesome.
Yes.
Any future guests, I'm going to go ahead and say that like I appreciate your time.
Yes.
And can't wait to get to interview you in the future.
We hope to have a good time as always with all of our guests. That's what we look forward to.
We'll post our Discord link and our Facebook, of course, in this video, and you guys reach out to us on whichever one. If you want to schedule a time to actually get to sit down and talk with us.
Yes.
We do virtual calls and things of that nature. So thanks, Hunter, for all the IT work that you do. That's what makes us. So like you do all the IT work, all the mic setup, all the camera setup. You're good at that, and I appreciate all that you do with that. So
I appreciate you, BB, as far as like being able to host everything at your home. That's another thing too, is like we don't just go everywhere, anywhere. We normally try to stick to one place, and that's BB's home, and he's able to open that up for us and allow us to do these podcasts. So I mean, shout out to him.
Not only that, but I am the marketing guy too. I schedule all aspects of our podcast.
Yes, if you he wants me to keep thanking him. That's what it is.
Yeah, I want you to keep it up, buddy. Like,
appreciate you all the people that you bring in. Yes.
It is not easy to market it.
Also,
it's not easy to bring people in. Like, it seems like I don't do a whole lot of work. It really doesn't seem like I do a lot of work, but I show face a lot, and
yeah,
I throw myself out there, and I give it, and you do the same thing. Is we give it our all.
Yeah.
Whenever we do this
100%.
podcast, we give our 110%.
Exactly.
Like we give more than probably what we need to. Our viewer count's low. It is what it is. But we do this for fun.
Yeah.
I don't care at the end of the day what my viewer count is or what my subscribers are.
Is what we talked about.
But reaching out to people and getting to talk to people, like I enjoy that. You know that I enjoy that. You've watched me work. Like, especially with SCFC, you watch me work and go around to fucking people I didn't know for fucking Adam, like I was going around to random people and was like, hey, you're a fighter? And he's like, yeah, well, let's fucking talk. That's a
it's different. It's a new aspect. Yeah.
It throws you out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah. And I've never met a stranger. You know that.
Yeah.
When I meet anybody, I like
you see them as family.
I fucking know who you are.
Yeah, you see them as family.
Every single time I talk to somebody. Yeah. So, anyways, Max,
I do want to give one more shout out. It's to your wife, Jess. She also was able to reach out to a lot of people. She helps us out all the time to grabbing us a guest, because sometimes, we do need help getting guests. I mean, that's just the thing of it, is like we try to do our best with going out, meeting new people, but she does help us out. She helps us out with the media aspect, where she'll reach out and just say, hey, we're looking for some guests. If anybody wants to come on. And this episode was actually helped out by her, because we have Max, and Max was
with the Facebook post.
Yes. I mean, you saw her post, you commented it, and you were like, hey, let me know what time. And we respect that.
I'm going to give out one more shout out. So shout out to Squad Entertainment. I do own Squad Entertainment, or not really own. I run Squad Entertainment.
There's a lot of us.
I'm the leader of Squad Entertainment. Check out Squadcast. That's one of our other podcasts that we do, and that's with a major group of fucking people.
Yeah.
So Squad comprised of Jess, myself, Hunter, Polly, one of my biggest fucking supporters. That man will follow me to the depths.
Check out El Polly.
And Hammy Games, Decoy, and DA.
Yes.
Hammy's the same way. He will fucking follow me wherever the fuck I lead him to follow me. Hammy Games is always going to be in my corner. Same thing with Decoy and DA. They're always in my corner. No pun intended being in my corner since we started doing the fights.
I mean, if you do...
Those are my coaches right there.
If you do want to look at some of our names, go back to the intro when we first started. Our intro includes Squadcast Entertainment as a sponsor. We do appreciate everything everybody does, because it's a big family for us. We have a lot of people, they come in and watch our streams as we do them. So, I mean, to us, that's family right there. And that's what we are as a Discord community. We're a family.
It's a great honor to... It's a great honor to actually be able to lead this group of people, whether it's two drunks on a bottle and getting to lead that.
You are a leader of monkeys.
Yeah, I'm the leader of the monkeys. Is what he's saying. So I help lead a group of people.
Yeah, we 100%. We have no clue what we're doing. We just have fun.
I show up and I'm like, this is what we're doing, and everyone's just like, okay. Yeah.
We just get together, we play games.
This is what we're gonna do.
That's it.
This is what we're gonna do. BB says this is what we're doing, and normally BB says this is what we're doing, and we go that direction of whatever I got going on that night.
So before we go to our next subject, get away from these shout outs, I do want to ask, do you have any shout outs that you want to give out to, whether it be for us or for you?
You've been on a podcast. You want to shout out that podcast you were on?
Shout out Eric Smith. Eric Smith, his podcast. I don't know what the name is, but like,
you just been there.
I've just been on it. Eric Smith podcast.
Yep.
Man, dude, like, go out there and finish it off.
Also, if you want to give out shout out to y'all's Alpha Games, I mean, if you want to
okay. So check this. If you motherfuckers want to come to like something cool, come to the Alpha Games. Put your dollars down. Whenever you put your dollars down, you get everything. The more dollars we get, the best venue we can buy. We're going to hook you up. But for 3 days, Monday, Friday, Saturday, it's going to be Alpha Games. Alpha male. Don't you come here asking about like, hey man, what about the I don't know what pussy. I don't even know what pussy shit to even ask. I don't even know it. Whenever you show up, you're like, hey, I'm here for the Alpha Games. Okay? You better be fucking ready for it. Because whenever you start, you better fucking finish. You and your fucking team. You and your 4 boys. They better be fucking ready for it.
So we asked you a question before you left. We asked you what your most current favorite video game is and why. If you don't have that, we can ask you a different question. If you'd like, we can change it out.
Okay, that's going to be Mario Kart 64.
Ooh,
Mario
yes.
Kart 64. Do you still play Mario Kart 64?
Played it at the Alpha Games. Yes.
Now, is that something that y'all play on the original console, or is that something you play on an updated console?
On the original console.
Nice.
Really? So you are playing with the monster controllers.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's
The ones you can barely hold in your fucking
Yes.
hand. Even as a grown man, you can barely hold
like,
those in your fucking hand.
Even the controllers are a little bit feisty. So it's like,
Yep.
hey, so you plug it in, like, hey, this is my plug in. So like whenever we do a Alpha Games, like, all right. So the only thing we do with Mario Kart 64, it's called Drink or Drive.
Oh, okay. I played a version
Yeah,
of this.
Drunk
All right.
driving.
All right.
Drunk driving. Yep. That's what we call it. But go ahead and describe yours.
All right. So we have the original Nintendo 64
Right.
and the original controllers. But by the way, these are the original controllers from in the day. So it was like, hey man, some are better than others.
Those fucking controllers aren't cheap.
Yeah.
We like we can negotiate here. But either way, but a person to have a original Nintendo 64 with 4 original Nintendo 64 controllers.
Yep.
And Mario Kart 64. I'm not bitching too much. So our game is drink or drive.
Yep.
Now, you can either drink or you can drive.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 things that you can do. You've got 2 beers in front of you. Either drink them or you can drive.
So with yours, you have 2 beers you got to finish.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can't
2
do
beers.
either or?
Ah,
Or you have to do either or. Can you do both at the same time, drinking and driving?
What is
okay.
the rules?
Well, okay. So while you're driving, you can drive all you want to,
No drinking and driving.
but you have 2 beers.
So you had to finish those 2 beers.
You have to finish the beers before you cross the finish
Yep.
line.
See, we played a version of that, but we play with just 1 beer. So I'm curious with 2 beers, like that's pretty cool.
How many laps are y'all doing?
That's the point.
Regular 3.
Just regular 3?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how we would do it. We would do it with 1 beer with 3 laps.
That's
Same thing. You cannot drink and drive.
That's
you either have to
interesting.
choose to drive all the way throughout your laps and then drink at the very end or drink at the beginning. But yeah, 2 beers, like, I didn't think about that. Like, that would be a step up.
You may get to see
that's the
2
way it
you
is
may
at
get to
the
see
Alpha
2
Games.
drunks drive drunk on Mario Kart. Like we have it. We have the Switch. We have the emulator.
Another upgrade that we had was the capture card if we needed it. So
We have
yeah.
the capture card. 100%.
Like, you motherfuckers are asking questions about the Alpha Games.
Yeah.
So like the Alpha Games is now to begin with. I was tasked with not actually. Somebody else was tasked with the bachelor party
Right.
of somebody else, and then that dude couldn't do it, and then because like I'm just not able to come, blah blah blah. He was in Florida, whatever. So my friend Austin was like, "Hey Max, can you do my bachelor party?" Fuck yeah.
You fixing to open up that fruit and eat it?
I was going to pass it to Max if he wanted it.
No. I only eat meat.
Yeah, you heard it here. He only sucks meat. I mean, eats meat.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So, my friend Austin was like, "Hey, man, do you want to do my bachelor party?" I'm like, "Okay, hell yeah." Well, I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, like, what am I going to do? Like, go to Las Vegas and get hammered? Nashville, get hammered? No.
We can do it anytime.
I'm above that. I got to figure out something else.
He ain't a
I
basic white
love
bitch.
getting hammered.
He's not a basic white bitch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree.
I'm not a basic white bitch.
You heard it here.
So I'm like, nah, man, I got to think about something different. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, man. So, me and a buddy, me and my roommate, were watching a movie called Buddy Games.
Yep.
And it was a group of guys that got together every weekend, played games. And they, like...
They got together once a year.
Yeah, once a year. And then, like, you, like, shot each other, blah, blah, did bad things to each other.
Yeah, you had your games. Whatever it may be, you had your legit list of games that you would do.
Yes. So, what I did, I was like, oh, dude, okay, that's exactly what we're doing. All right, Austin, Alpha Games.
And that's something that I really like, is that with, like, buddy games, a lot of us, we've seen that movie and stuff, but to actually go and recreate it for ourselves, like, that was awesome. Like, I love that for y'all.
Yes, and that's exactly what I did.
Yes.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, dude, I love everything there. Dude, I made the sign with pallets. We burned it. Like, it was like a cool thing. Like, the first experience was awesome.
Right. Can't wait to get to commentate that. That's going to be fucking amazing. It's worth the $200 to get to commentate it, I guess.
Yeah, we're going to work in on this, yes.
You already said we're going to be a part of it. You said that we have to be a part of it. You told us we have to.
I'm telling you, you're going to have to be a part of it.
But it's going to be recorded. This is going to be the first ever recorded Alpha Games.
With all of your recording devices, yes, do it.
It's going to be amazing.
I would say love it.
We just got to get somebody to commentate for us when we go to, do it, as participants.
We take turns. We just take turns.
Yeah,
we take turns commentating it.
Yeah,
we got this all figured out. I'm buying a DSLR.
As long as it's not like a one-on-one thing, is my point.
We're buying a DSLR. We may do some GoPros and switch out. So, like,
that would be cool.
Whoever's running out, we're gonna get some GoPros and we'll just all switch out with the GoPros.
I was saying that would be cool. That everybody would have a GoPro and film it like from their perspective.
So the Alpha Games may take a little longer, just because we'll want to record everything.
Yeah.
So we'll switch out the GoPros and all that good shit. Anyways, our mics are fucking blinking like a motherfucker. So Hunter, what is your most current favorite video game and why?
So mine was thought to be Lethal. I said it before, I'll say it again. Lethal Company. It's something that I can mod pretty easily. As you know, we play a lot of Lethal. We have been working on, newer games and stuff, but Lethal to me is something that I can just jump into. I can mod and fix. We did have some issues because I was working on other things. I'll give it maybe 2 to 3 weeks to where I wasn't really working on Lethal. And within an hour of, say, Friday was when I worked on it. I spent 1 hour on Friday and worked on updating everything, getting the mods working right again because we were stuck. Something was wrong, something didn't work right. But within an hour, I had everything running again. To me, it's something that's easy for customization. It's definitely dealing with mods. It's always mods, but the friendly user interface for it is perfect. There's a lot of games where you got to move files over this and that. And then you would have to get like a folder and try to move everything and then send it to everybody.
Move this off.
But with Lethal, though, I can send a profile code over. I can work on my mods for my game. And then I can share that code to everybody. And it's just something that's easy. It's definitely something that's user-friendly for everybody. So me starting out with Lethal, it was definitely a new experience for me because I haven't seen that before, to where I can share a code and everybody just downloads every mod that I have, all of these settings that I have configured right. It downloads that as well. So everybody is on the same page without having to say, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's just a code. So it's the first ever game that's ever like that for me that I've experienced. There's been games after that, but to me, Lethal was one of the first.
So mine would have to be Sketchy's Contract.
Yes, I
figured. I'm gonna go like next level on Lethal,
which is the updated. Yes,
it is the updated version, pretty much, of Lethal. Fucking jump scare game, 100%. You don't know what's gonna be around the next corner. And we've done a playthrough and got to experience different levels of each map.
Yeah.
And unlike unlike Lethal, which Lethal has updated quite a bit and added maps and such, when we first started, they had 6 maps.
Yeah.
This game starts out with your 6, but I don't feel like there's any need for modding
No.
as of right now in that game. Like, it's just a cool game to be able to play. Lobby size is 8, and so Lethal's
than enough.
4. So that's a perk. Is we do have a group that plays with us, and it's always more than 4.
What I
every
liked
single
about
time.
it was that, like, the joining thing to, like, if you were to host a game, I can literally go to the menu, load the game, or pretty much load the game up, load it in through the menu, and I can just say join BB. And that's it. That's all I have to do. With Lethal, it was a whole thing where you actually had to invite me, and I got to go through the game invites.
It was kind of
But-
it is, and you don't have to do that with Lethal. Like most people don't realize, like, you just.
But there's a workaround. You can't do it through in-game.
So you can go Steam side, and you
Steam
can join.
side.
You can join me that way because you have to join by friends.
Which is my point. You got to go outside of the game.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you got to go outside the game. Sketchy, you don't have to. Sketchy is all within the game.
Anyways, guys, we're about to end this thing. This has been a great time. I'm glad that we were able to have you back.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm hoping that we can have more returnees.
if
you
you
know?
haven't noticed, I sat 2 bottles on the table. So you
Sir, oh, Jesus Christ! I've already drank like I don't know, like 10 beers.
He thinks we're drinking.
just we're not drinking again.
No.
So I sat 2 bottles on the table. We have what we call our infinity bottle. Hunter's holding it. That's 2 drunks. It literally has our name on that bottle, the established date, all of it. That's on that bottle. But at the beginning of this podcast,
You want to take a look at it?
at the beginning of this podcast, you picked a bottle out of our liquor cabinet. You picked a bottle, and you picked Aristocat.
Let's set this right next to you.
So you picked some really cheap fucking vodka in your true fashion because you only give fucking cheap vodka. Apparently you
I
like
should have
fucking.
chose better.
Apparently you like fucking. You had a fucking array of things over there, but you chose cheap vodka. You had a bottle of fucking New Amsterdam vodka that could have been chosen.
Fourth shots, asshole.
We're not pouring any more shots unless you just want to take one more shot. We can.
just one more shot's
we can do
I
that.
believe we got check glasses over here.
But
If you don't mind grabbing those, we can do one.
what I'm going to ask you to do before we take those shots, and we'll end the podcast on the shots,
Yep.
is I'm going to ask you to take this bottle and pour into my infinity bottle. So pour me whatever you think is a generous amount
Yes.
inside of that.
And lunch in this one.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
We just
pour
add
out
to
of
it.
that bottle to the other bottle.
And since you're the pourer, you
And
get
that
to
is a
decide-
mixture of multiple clear liquids. It's
Yeah.
tequila, vodka, gin, all the above is inside of that bottle right now.
The last time I was here, I told you it's called gypsy drinking.
So you get to decide when to stop. All right.
Sweet.
I'm
We're
down.
a quarter of the way full on that bottle. That bottle was going to be our Christmas bottle. We hoped that the whiskey bottle was going to be our Christmas bottle. But the clear one has changed
Yes.
to our Christmas bottle. This one was supposed to be our summer bottle, is what we originally hoped for. So he's pouring us some shots. He's got some alcohol abuse going on.
Yep. By the way, I cannot pour it.
All right.
Let BB finish on that. But as y'all know, 2 drunks in a bottle fashion, we have to pour into the bottle. And with our guest, he wanted to do some shots at the end, so we're here.
So we're going to end this in 2 drunks fashion.
Yes.
We could take
We started
one
off.
last shot.
Yeah, we started with some shots. Let's finish with some shots.
You guys have been amazing. Thank you, Max, for being here. I appreciate you being
For
here.
the bitches, I love y'all.
And that's it. Till next time, I'm the Delta BB.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Big Max.
Big Macs.
Shit.
Oh, that cheap vodka got you.
Y'all heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great